So now go into your, go over here, yeah, and then roll that right there.
This is Mustang Football. Brought to you by Advanced Homes and by American Bus Sales. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. Neely Insurance and Financial Services. Edwin Evers Pecans. Armstrong Bank. Texoma Tractor. Will Rogers Animal Hospital. And by RCB Bank. This is the Advanced Homes Tailgate Show.
Legacy, it's what makes hometowns like Oologah special. This 2025 campaign just happened to celebrate the 60th year of Oologah football in Oklahoma high schools. The Mustangs sit in an overall record of 417 wins and 261 losses over 678 games in that 60-year span. 7 times they've played for the state championship gold ball, winning the most cherished trophy twice. And one of the teams Oologah has played a lot in those 60 years is the Zebras of Claremore High School. The last time the Mustangs won this duel was back in 2021 with A.J. Streeter. Just had a night as a wide receiver, and boy, that was a fun game to broadcast. Since then, the games at times have been close, most decided by a score or more. Tonight, there are not a lot of folks who give the blue and gold a fighting chance, but don't tell that to the boys wearing the helmets. When it's a game like Claremore, anything can happen. Guys, let's play football. Hello, everybody. I'm Brent Kellogg. Glad to be back on the Mustang Network studios for another exciting season of Mustang football. And we have had great weather so far this season. Tonight, I believe, is the warm night. Let's bring the rest of the crew in. Former OSSA official Todd Brock. Todd, these are the nights that Friday Night Lights are made for.
It feels like Oklahoma, doesn't it? I mean, it's nice and warm.
We got really lucky week
really
1 and 2, man.
Yeah.
We really did. So let's bring in recent alumni. Spent last year on the sidelines helping with stats and stuff. Lane Brown. How are you, Mr. Lane?
Good. How are you guys
Well,
doing?
we're great. I'm ready for some Friday Night Football. Yourself?
Yes, I am ready. It was a warm one up there, getting everything ready.
You know what? The crew did a great job. As I reiterated, every couple of years I get a brand new crew, and I have a great crew that I'm working with this year, and everybody just kind of jumped in. There's a lot to make us happen, and we appreciate the support of administration, school board, and folks that help to make this happen. Guys, we got a lot of work to do. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll have our conversation with Sam Noble. We'll go through our starting lineups, the national anthem, and more. You're watching the Advanced Homes Tailgate Show.
Dreaming of building your perfect home? At Advanced Homes, we're here to make that dream a reality. Whether you're looking for traditional building or want more control with Cost Plus Building, Brian and his team have you covered. Cost Plus Building puts you in control so you can better manage the cost of your new home.
Advanced Homes specializes in building on private property and is always available to answer your questions. Founded on a family tradition of excellence in construction, real estate, and land development, Advanced Homes is committed to quality workmanship, value, and Christian values.
At Advanced Homes, we embrace your individual style, working to design a home that fits you and your family. With over 25 years of experience, Brian has an exceptional ability to take your ideas and turn them into blueprints that bring your dream home to life. Call Advanced Homes today at 918-855-6597.
Or visit us on Facebook and at advancedhbi.com.
We don't just build houses. We help you build the home you've always dreamed of.
Welcome back to the Advanced Home Tailgate Show. I need something to stand on because it's time for our head coach conversation with Coach Sam Noble. Sam, kind of preparation for another long-time rivalry with Claremore. We're actually going to Claremore. How's preparation gone this week?
It's going good. We've kind of changed things up a little bit of how we approach the week. Kind of a different play calling structure, different situations, different scenarios. So try to change things up just a little bit, but also want to kind of keep the same so we can kind of keep working on what we can do best and keep improving each week.
Claremore relies a lot on a strong run game. So you guys in your planning really just kind of schemed in that direction?
Yeah, we've schemed a lot on their heavy personnel. They want to go a lot of 2 tight ends. They'll even bring 4 tight ends sometimes to say, hey, you know what's happening, and, try to stop it. So we've schemed heavy on their heavy run game. We've been actually pretty good in the pass game last few weeks. So we're not too worried about that. We got an experienced back end, but we're relying heavy on our front 7 to give us some great tackles in the hole. Make them work for it.
I feel like that our secondary really has played pretty well, all things considered. Like they're a veteran group that you can kind of trust, which allows your defense to create that pressure.
100%. We got Sam Hogue, Maddox DeVilbus, Aiden Gaines, and Uriah Hooks, and Sam and Aiden and Maddox were our 3, returning guys for the last couple of years. And, Yuri's kind of guy, he was our plug-and-play guy a little bit last year. And, he's taking a bigger role this year being our starting other boundary corner. So we got a very experienced group, a very knowledgeable group, very smart group, and they're also all 4 very athletic. So we can do a lot up front, and they can kind of help us in the back end, too.
Week 1, Veneta, things went well. Last week, a bigger opponent you're facing. What have you learned about this group of guys?
I don't think there's any quit. I think they even last week, whenever we got down pretty heavily, we kept fighting, we kept going after it. That's one thing I want from these kids. I tell them every week. You can control 2 things: your attitude and your effort. And at the end of the day, no matter what the school board says, if I can say my team played as hard as they possibly could, I can go to bed happy.
All right. So you got Claremore tonight, and then you get that week off. Mm-hmm. What does that let you reset?
That really lets us hone in more on some stuff we want to really be good at, and then it lets us kind of open the playbook a little bit more because, it's not like, okay, we have to have this ready by Friday. We got 2 Fridays until we play again, so let's open a little bit more, add a little bit more stuff, put a little bit more on our plates, that way see where we can go with districts open up. Maybe we're even a more deadly offense, deadly defense when we open up with 9 else.
Coach, good luck tonight. We'll be back with more of the Advanced Home Tailgate Show right after this.
What does strength look like? It's building something that lasts. It's working hard to make good things happen and being there for others. To us, it looks a whole lot like you. Armstrong Bank. Strength runs in our family.
RCB Bank is community. RCB Bank is friendly customer service. RCB Bank is trusted. RCB Bank is here to help. RCB Bank is yesterday, today, and tomorrow. RCB Bank is everywhere you need us to be. We are RCB Bank. Open an account online today to see why our customers always say, RCB Bank, that's my bank.
Well, welcome back to Claremore, Oklahoma, everybody. Brent Kellogg along with Todd Brock, Lane Brown, Grayson Atkins, and the rest of the Mustang crew tonight as we have our first road game of the 2025 campaign. And Todd, this game, there was actually a period of time where this game didn't happen. I was kind of doing some of that research this week. But over the last 5-6 years, this has really been a close game. And the guys in blue and gold tonight, they think they've got a fighting chance. Claremore's going to have something to say about that. Let's take a minute and talk about our starting lineups. It looks who we anticipate to be the starters for the Mustangs. We'll start on the offensive side of the ball. Let's start with that big offensive line. At left tackle, number 57, senior Micah Chang. Left guard, senior number 62, Alice Lava. At center, kind of the anchor of that line, probably the most starting snaps, if you will, Lane Oliver. Right guard, Aiden Gifford, and then right tackle, saw a lot of time last year, Terry Daughtry. And it's really important these guys blend and gel well tonight.
Yeah, because Claremore's big.
Yeah.
They got some big boys in the middle there.
All right, let's take a look at our wide receivers. Number 2, Uriah Hooks. Sometimes I slip and call him Yuri. That's what the guys in the hallway call him. Great
That's okay.
kid. Yep, number 2, ranked player in the state of Oklahoma, Aiden Gaines. Reed Barron, new to football this year. I expect him to kind of raise some eyebrows. Kind of plays in that tight end, sometimes in that big slot position. And then number 12, Maddox DeVilvis makes up the receiver core. Man, if we can find a way tonight to get the ball to them, these guys, according to what you saw from the Claremore defense, they've got a chance to make some big plays.
Yeah, against Bartlesville last week, they seemed to be a little susceptible to maybe some out routes, some quick throws. So I'm hopeful that our quarterback can get it to these guys.
Well, let's talk about whose responsibility it is to get the ball to them. In the backfield, Sam Hogue projected as the starting running back. We'll see. It might be a game time position. And then the quarterback, they're going with a rotation tonight, but they have made the decision that snapping with the ones tonight is Brock Lustig. He is a true freshman. And actually, I know we were playing a bigger opponent in Collinsville last week, Todd, but had a pretty good week last week.
Well, yeah, he did. And overall, he's 8 for 10 for 194 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. So for a freshman, that's awful good numbers.
He's got some big guys coming at him tonight, so it'll be up to our offensive line to give him about 2.5 seconds. I really do think they're going to want to throw quick routes, safe routes, throw it out to help him kind of get some confidence. And really, a lot of those pre-conference, pre-district games are just getting your snaps in. And I really hope that Brock can some dots can kind of connect for him, if you will.
Yeah, and the way football is now, you hardly ever see any quarterbacks under center. So a young quarterback already has 5 yards that they can get the ball out a little quicker. So it makes for their offense to be a little quicker that way.
Let's talk about Cody Gilmore's defense. Let's start on the defensive line, number 32, Tucker Rogers. And then the nose, Corbin Hayes. And then defensive end, number 36, Cade Schick. In the linebackers, I expect these guys really to have some pressure on them tonight. Reed Barron. And then inside linebacker, Alex Laba. We called his name a minute ago when we were talking about on the offensive line. So he's one of those double role players. Garen Dennis will play on the inside linebacker, and then on the other outside will be junior Cade Evers. And these guys are going to have some pressure on him.
Yeah, well, and with Garen's going to need another big night. He leads the team in tackles with 16 tackles and 1 sack for the year so far. They're gonna be tested tonight because they're gonna run the ball a lot.
All right, let's talk about the secondary. Sam Hogue starts at a corner. Maddox DeVilbus and Aiden Gaines are your 2 safeties, kind of in the middle of that secondary, and then senior Uriah Hooks on the other corner. And that's really a veteran group, and they showed that last week. There were several times that the quarterback from Collinsville didn't have anywhere to throw the ball, and that's what you call great secondary coverage.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, coverage sack is what they call it. We didn't get him sacked necessarily, but certainly didn't give him any place to throw the ball.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see how the guys respond coming into some of this. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about what the Mustangs need to do tonight, who you got. We'll have the coin toss, all that and more. You're watching the Advanced Home Tailgate Show.
At Raising Cane's, we're huge football fans, but we're also fans of your local fundraisers and fun runs, small victories and big ideas, and yes, even the neighborhood animal shelter. I was getting to that. Plus over 30,000 other partners in the communities we serve. When you order our hand-battered chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade to cheer on your home team, you're also supporting your hometown. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Family. It's bigger than bloodlines, stronger than DNA. It's the circle we draw around the people that matter, the people we care about and care for, the folks who inspire us, guide us, root for us. Family means finding common ground, rolling up our sleeves, and making our way side by side. Armstrong Bank. Strength runs in our family.
Welcome back to the Advanced Home Tailgate Show. Brent Kellogg along with the rest of the Mustang crew. Guys, let's talk a little bit about what the Mustangs need to do tonight to win in our segment we call Keys to the Game. And let's start with the offense side of the ball. Ton, I think really, I labeled it this way, run Rudolph. I think to give your quarterback a fighting chance tonight, you're going to have some success. It may not be every drive, but your offensive line is going to have to create some space for your running backs, probably by committee tonight, to really have some success. I think they need to find a little bit of rhythm. A 2-yard gain is a good gain. A 3-yard gain is a good game in this context.
Especially with a young quarterback. The running game is a quarterback's best friend, and especially a young guy.
Second thing I think we need to talk about, actually, we're going to go to the field and join in the presentation of the color guard and prepare for our national anthem. I'll let you enjoy this. Todd, I'm going to tell you, as a broadcaster, as a fan, as an American, that is my favorite time of Friday Night Lights, because it doesn't matter if you're wearing red or blue or green. It's in those moments that we stand united as a nation. Been a heavy week for the United States, and of course, a young kind of spokesperson into the generation, Charlie Kirk losing his life, and just a very unnecessary assassination, if you will. And so our thoughts and prayers for him, and really for our nation. Like America, we're bigger than this. We're better than this. Right. And so our thoughts and prayers to them tonight as we stand. As the colors will be marching their way off the field. And, man, just a beautiful night. Appreciate our camera guys and just the great work that they're doing to make this happen. Grayson Atkins. I'm glad to get to work with him. Sad he's a senior. Like, I only get one season with him. And anyway, appreciate them and their work. All right, let's go back to talk a little bit more about our keys to the game tonight. And I think for the offense, the second key really would be that quarterback rotation. Football's a violent sport. Players get hurt. Next man up, kind of a philosophy that you have. What happened really just a few short weeks before season began, really just caught us off guard. And so tonight you're going to see Brock a little bit more. Fish will rotate in. They've worked a lot of them this week in both of them. And I think, Todd, it's probably we're just going to see. You talked about Brock's stats a minute ago, and he really had, for the most part, a pretty productive week last weekend. And I think tonight's game is important. I don't ever want to say it's not. They're looking at 4A3 football and trying to get a young quarterback that has got a ton of talent and a ton of potential to get him ready for Miami, to get him ready for Fort Gibson. Right,
because this is basically a preseason game in the sense that we're not into our games that count for us, the district games.
This game doesn't impact how you play in the playoffs or standings in any, like, it doesn't even come into your winning percentages in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So right. Quarterback rotation night. And then the third thing I want to see is just the O-line has got a really big task ahead of them. So Claremore doesn't have a lot of two-way guys.
Right.
Some of our guys, you'll see them on defensive line, see them in the linebacker spot, and so on and so forth. So they're going to be facing, you'll see that in the third and fourth quarter where fatigue kind of just sets in. And avoid penalties. I feel like for most of last week's game, they played pretty smart. Got tired towards the end of the game, and then the penalties started racked up. But just play smart. Man, a holding penalty can kill a drive, and so that O-line just really being solid tonight.
Yeah, we're like Coach says all the time, just do your job. Don't try to do everything else. Just do your job and let the play happen.
Let's talk a little bit about the defense and what they need to do. And I think for a while this is going to be they're just trust your secondary. As we talk through the starting lineup, these guys are veterans. They've played back there, some of them for 3 years as starters, and they really did a good job of covering those receivers last weekend from Collinsville. And so just trust the experience of those guys, and that opens up your defense and what your linebackers are able to do and what your defensive line is able to do. And so just kind of trust your secondary.
Yeah, they're going to be big. They're going to need to be helping in the run game. They're going to have to come up and make tackles, wrap up, and not try to hit those kill shots.
Kill shots. So explain that, because we talked about it on the way. Yeah.
Yeah, football changes, all the time, and one of the things that we're seeing happen a lot at all levels is this kill shot mentality. They come in and they lower their shoulder and they feel like they're going to get that big hit, but the guy just bounces off and keeps running. You've got to wrap up. That's a fundamental, and that's something our guys are going to need to do well tonight because these guys run the ball.
My second key to the game, I labeled it "Release the Lions." I really look for Reed Barron and Garen Dennis, and actually the whole linebacker core. I expect them to have big nights. Now, I think Claremore's going to try to run the ball on you a lot. Coach talked about that in our pregame interview. And just kind of setting your linebackers free. We'll talk more in just a second on that, who you got. But release the Lions and let those linebackers wreak some havoc tonight as well. Number 3, jam up the box. Claremore's going to want to run. Don't let them put 7 guys there, which leans to that first point of trusting your secondary. Just kind of jam up the box and don't give them running lanes.
Yeah, the front 7 is going to have to really be on their game tonight.
All right, let's talk about who you got as we're waiting on both teams to take the field. Todd, we'll start with you. Who's the player tonight you expect to have a big night?
Well, I really am hoping and kind of rooting for Reed Barron on he's our outside backer in our 3-4 on the right side. And as I watched the film this week, it seemed that left tackle for Claremore could be susceptible. And so I'd like to see him maybe try to do some of those end blitz. They really don't do blitzes. But you know what I'm talking about? Where they just send him. He's got such a big body, and I really would love to see him get in there. So
something to consider, their quarterback is left-handed.
Yes.
Which Reed comes from what would be called his blind side.
Right.
I mean, we all know that because of a famous movie, right? But,
right.
But there's a chance. And Reed is such a big body, got such a great reach. I think he's going to raise some eyebrows tonight. I really do. So actually, Lane, you got somebody over there. Who you got to have a big night tonight?
Yeah, I think that the entire secondary,
okay.
Kind of like you said, we have to stack the box because Claremore's going to want to run the football. So we have to trust that veteran secondary.
I love it. I am going to go with Cade Evers. Cade is a tall kid, athletic kid, and he's the other side of that linebacker core. And I think he's going to have a big night tonight. I really do. I think we're putting him in a big situation to kind of help bring some coverage and help bring blitzes and so on and so forth. So all 3 of our who you gots tonight kind of come off the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to watch these guys to play. I want to say thank you to American Bus, providing transportation needs from 9 to 90. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma, trusted for their experience and chosen for their care. And Raising Cane's, they are a fantastic partner, popular chicken finger brand with a focus on community involvement. Todd, before we get ready for kickoff, any final thoughts as we get ready for an exciting Rogers County rivalry game?
I'm just really interested and anxious to watch our D-line and this offensive line for Claremore, see how we hold up. We got some guys in there that really care. They work hard, they play hard, and like Coach said, effort is a big deal, and I'm anxious to see how well they do effort-wise.
And see some cameras there are captains that are marking their way down the sideline as we will be preparing for the coin toss. The Mustangs are ready to run out on the far side of the field over there. You can see them in their all white and gold travel uniforms. And then the Zebras they're all stacked up inside the inflatable Zebra. You know this officiating crew? I mean, I know you're a former official.
I don't. I was trying to see who it was. I can't tell who the white hat is, which crew this is.
Tell you what, I had the opportunity last night to be at the Oologah softball game, which was a really big game. They beat Miami, and last weekend we talked about how they were tied for first place in district with Miami. Well, they beat Miami, so won that head-to-head. And then Verdigris could have created some havoc in there. Well, we went into the 7th inning down by a couple of runs, and bless it, we had worked their pitcher. A lot of foul balls. She threw in the 120-ish pitches, and you could tell by that 7th inning she was struggling a little bit. So she walked a couple of runs in, and then we had a walk-off base hit that put a run in the end zone. And the Lady Mustangs, that one was a fun one to watch. And didn't even have to go extra innings. They just got it done. So really excited about them. Was texting with Coach Robinson today as well. And, man, they could make some noise. Probably going to host in some postseason stuff as well as volleyball. They've had a really good week. Our volleyball team is ranked number 7 in Class 4A. And we'll talk some more about all that coming up. Well, you can see the Claremore Zebras kind of in a unique gray color for them as they a solid look with that red helmet. Man, that's a big roster, Tom. There's a lot of kids in that. And I'm going to be honest with you, folks. The roster they gave us is really, really, really small print. So I'm just going to apologize because Claremore has a very robust roster, if you will. Tonight, by the way, I think the theme is Hawaiian. And so you can see the Mustangs are going to surf their way to victory. Couple of starting lineup changes. We don't really anticipate to see a lot of Sam Hogue tonight. He didn't kick last week. He's our kicker and obviously our starting running back. And so I think they are probably more than anything just trying to get him ready for district play, which begins in 2 weeks when Miami comes to town for homecoming. And here come the Oologah Mustangs. Hear the Stallion Battalion playing that beautiful fight song, the Washington and Lee Swing. Kind of a warm night for football. We've been really spoiled the first 2 weeks with fantastic weather, like jacket weather. And I actually told the crew, hey, you might grab a jacket tonight. And then I checked the forecast and I'm like, scratch that. You don't need the jacket.
No, I don't think we're going to need any jackets tonight. But it really is perfect football weather, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
Sam Noble's our head coach. Coach Lael DeVillibus, our co-offensive coordinator, coaches the quarterbacks. J.D. Walton coaches the offensive line. I want to do an interview with J.D. Got an incredible story. Hall of Famer at the University of Baylor. Spent several years in the NFL. Cody Gilmore is our defensive coordinator. Coaches those inside linebackers. Dwight Tackett, defensive line, and Wade Bright. I called Wade's games about 4 or 5 years ago, and glad to have him. He's helping with our outside linebackers as well. So
he had a good career up there in Kansas at Friendship, I believe.
Yep. We were a pipeline Friendship there for a couple of years. Sent some basketball players. Well, the Mustangs are set to kick it away, so the Zebras will get the ball to begin.
A player to watch here for Claremore is a Owasso transfer number 1. His name is Cecil Garrett. Cecil Garrett, along with Hayden Lee, back deep from the seat for the Zebras.
Well, they're going to blow some whistles, Todd.
White hat wasn't ready. He hadn't given the go signal. So we'll restart that.
It is 6:59, so actually kicking off just a little bit before 7 o'clock. Get this thing underway. Did a little reading and research this week, and it's the 60th year of high school football for Oologah High School.
There we go. Now we got it.
Now we can kick this one away. Mustangs are kind of bunched in.
Nice kick.
Good kick over to the left side.
Nice.
That's actually going to turn to our favor. I think it's going to go out of bounds at the 17-yard line, so Claremore will take over 1st and 10.
Nice job. Nice job. Who is that little fella? That kicker? Is it 84? Is that his number?
It's going to be Oliphant, I believe. Cord
85.
85, yep,
yeah,
I believe it's
just
Cord.
a freshman. Just a
Yep.
freshman. Got some talent.
Kellen Gady takes the offense out on the field.
All right, so here we go. Claremore with their first opportunity. And, man, you talked a lot about they're going to run
Going
that
into their
bunch of
heavy set.
receivers. Yeah, they're just going to try to cram the ball down our throat. Scoop the ball to the outside. A couple of guys will help bring him down.
It's going to be really, really important that our outside backers keep that contained. They cannot go inside.
Gain of 8.
It's going to be Evers on this right side and Barron on the left
I
side.
really need to help. Really need to be able to help in terms of slowing him down, let somebody come along, help you with the tackle. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and short situation for the Zebras.
Barron is actually not in there right now. Who's that over there? Oh, it's Fisher. Fisher's playing, Caden Fisher's playing that left backer spot. In that 3-4. It'll be a 1st down for the Zebras. So we do have a little bit of some lineup changes, it looks like. Fisher's playing that outside backer on the left side.
Yeah, since they moved Lustig, the quarterback, with the ones, Fisher's a very comfortable in that linebacker spot. Has started there for a couple of years.
Okay.
And so, yeah, you're definitely seeing him there on the left side. Quarterback got a little bit of time.
Nice coverage downfield.
You know what, Todd? That's exactly what I was thinking to say. That's a credit to your secondary. He had nowhere to go with that.
Yep. Yeah, and this kid can sling it. Again, watching him play last week, he's got an arm, a really live arm, but he also they like to get him out there on the edge.
I see a penalty down on the field. And so it is against them, so that's going to back them up. So that will help the Mustang defense. It's going to be a 1st down and about 18, I believe. The scoreboard is just tucked away in the far corner, so you're on our Bear Talents inside. He's going to break through that line. Number 1, the ball carrier for Claremore.
Good tackle by Contreras.
So Gary at the 4th. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 12, I believe. Oh, the PA announcer agrees with me.
Yeah, there you go. Is he watching our feed?
Yeah. 22 seconds on the play clock, so they have plenty of time. Handoff.
Just can't hit him high.
Yep. Tell you what, Cade got a hand on him enough to slow him down, and then a couple of other guys were able to get in there and bring him down, and that's just what you're going to have to do as big as they are. If one guy can slow, the other guy can help tackle. So your 3rd down and 7, I believe, coming up. Maybe 6, yep.
Yeah, going to have to gang tackle tonight.
Big 3rd down for the Mustang defense. You would love for them not to cross midfield on this first possession. Kind of keep them from, he's under pressure.
Oh, no.
Man, they had him. pitch and catch to
Got
number
behind
8. That's Hayden Lee. Yeah, he just got behind the secondary. I think somebody let him through and kind of got lost. Man, that defense had an opportunity to bring that quarterback down and just weren't able to complete the tackle. And so you had him. Man, you had him and let him out. So the Zebras will put 6 on the board. Man, that hurts my heart.
Yeah, they're going to have
they
some
had
big
started
plays.
so well. They are going to have some big plays, but
Yeah,
man, you had them
dadgummit.
third down and in a very good situation. But the other part is you got to the quarterback, and he was just able to make a play.
They're trying to throw
Claremore
the
going to
ball.
go for 2. I think the quarterback is
kept
not
him.
going to break the plane. Yeah, built
not-
that wall, so it's no good.
Yeah, it was number 8. He handed all off the ball. He was trying to throw the ball. I think they're in the corner. Good job on our defense.
All right, so you will keep the scoreboard at 6, and the Mustangs will have their opportunity to answer here as their offense will come on. Want to appreciate Texoma Tractor providing comprehensive facility management solutions for their great partners with Mustang Athletics, and very supportive of all the things we try to do, from softball to basketball to football to soccer. Chalkline Insurance Agency. Give Coach Brown a call, local insurance agent right here at home in downtown Oologah, America. Mustangs have the week off next Friday night. Kind of OSSAA will let you play week 0, and so they played 0, 1, and 2, and so they are taking week 3 off to prepare for District 4 play. And honestly, Todd, it comes at a really good time because you have a couple of guys not playing tonight. You would like them to get well. That first game out of the batch in 4A3 is against Miami. It's our homecoming. That's a really important game for how Oologah stacks up in 4A3, because we've got some really tough opponents in Fort Gibson, quite possibly Cushing's really good. Wagner's good. I don't know that they're anticipating Wagner to finish number 1 or number 2 in the district. So it kind of always, Oologah, Miami, Catoosa, always kind of fighting for those 3 and 4 spots in our district. And that's a really important game.
That's going to be a touchback. Yep.
Aiden Gaines will catch that in the end zone, so the Mustangs will take over first down and 10. And so that game coming up in 2 weeks, Miami at home. We'd love to have you in the stands. Homecoming's always a fun environment. We have a Hall of Fame batch that we will be inducting into the Hall of Fame. Really excited about that group. And we'll talk a little bit more about that coming up this evening. All right, here they come. There's the offense coming out to the field the first time. Man, I would love to see Aiden Gaines get his hands on the ball tonight and really just, cut him loose. Let his talent and athleticism make happen. Brock Lustig, the quarterback. Handoff up the middle. We talked about 3 yards is a great play. I think they're going to pick up even more than that. Maybe about a gain of 4. It's kind of hard to tell.
They're right on the 5-yard 25. So.
Yep. All right, so pick up a 5, second down and 5. Great start for this drive, because you don't want to go backwards. You want to stay inside those chains, make progress.
Yeah, for sure. Well, the defense is, as I was watching again last week against Bartlesville, their slot guys are generally off pretty heavy. So quick passes, the gains would be really, really a good thing for us, I think.
Tucker Rogers, the running back. He is going to pick up 4, going to leave you with a third down, I believe, in a long 1 situation. Maybe picks up 3. It's kind of hard to tell from the angle that we're at.
It's a big play right here. Need our big boys to step up here. May have a blitz coming in that left side. That 33 sneaking up there.
All right, big play coming up for the Mustang offense. Want to make sure they get the play right. They might actually want to take a timeout here. Yep. Good job, Sam. He's frustrated, but, Coach, he's a freshman quarterback, and you want to get this one right. You want to move the chains and get this first down. Timeout on the field. We're going to take one as well. We'll be right back. More Mustang football right after this.
At Raising Cane's, we're huge football fans, but we're also fans of your local fundraisers and fun runs, small victories and big ideas. And yes, even the neighborhood animal shelter. I was getting to that. Plus over 30,000 other partners in the communities we serve. When you order our hand-battered chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade to cheer on your home team, you're also supporting your hometown. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
Family. It's bigger than bloodlines, stronger than DNA. It's the circle we draw around the people that matter, the people we care about and care for, the folks who inspire us, guide us, root for us. Family means finding common ground, rolling up our sleeves, and making our way side by side. Armstrong Bank. Strength runs in our family.
All right, pass complete on the left side to Reed Barron, gain of 5, and that's enough for the Mustang first down and 10. That will move the chains, and Todd, that first down so far this season might be the most important first down of the whole season that we've played.
That's a big one. That's a big one.
All right, 3 receivers in the set for the Mustangs. 7 seconds on the play clock. Brock going to change the play. They're just going to hand it to Tucker. Going to kind of go up that left side. Can't dance. And there just wasn't a lot of room. Man, they had just clogged up that side, and there just wasn't a lot of space for him to go.
Yep.
They're going to settle. They'll be all right. Brings up second down and 10 coming up for the Mustangs. Special thanks to Burns Propane, providing propane to the greater Oologah area for over 20 years. Mustang area. You got Uriah Hooks to the far side. Aiden Gaines and I believe Maddox DeVilbus.
That's such a cool
to
name.
This side.
Uriah Hooks.
Yeah.
I love it.
Look at that. Oh.
Had him across.
Had him across. That linebacker just was kind of hunkered down behind the line of scrimmage. I didn't see him. Of course, I'm not at that view field. But I think that's what they want. I think they want Brock to get comfortable with some short slants, some quick outs. That's what we weren't able to show it, but that's what he got Reed on, was just a quick out. And Reed was able, after he caught the ball, to pick up a couple of yards after contact. All right, we're third down and long. A third down and 10 situation coming up for the Mustang offense. 15 seconds, so they got plenty of time on the play clock.
You know something that's interesting strategic-wise? Gaines is on the right-hand side of Brock. That means he's got to turn his shoulders to get it to him, which takes a little longer, as opposed to that throw to the left side. Good catch.
All right. Pass complete on the right side to Maddox DeVilbus. That was just a screen where the line let him through. You saw the speed of Brock. He was pulling away from those guys, just not able to get that ball far enough to get the first down. So I believe the punt team will come on.
While we're getting ready for that, let me just finish that thought just really
absolutely.
fast. Because we were talking about quick passes, and for him to throw to the right, he has to kind of swivel his hips and get his shoulder around, whereas to the left, he can just catch and throw. So it'll be really interesting to see if we move Gaines back.
Oh, no. Come on, guys. Nope. That's not how you want that to go. Demetrius Cummings punted it right to him, and he will carry it into the end zone for 6. Man, such a turn of events in 3 plays. You got it first down, you're removing the football, and just some special team snafus. Ball snapped over the punter's head, and did his best to make something out of nothing. And
yeah, that's a tough play.
That's a tough play. All right, here come the special teams unit for Claremore. I would bet, since they went for 2 their first go around, they're going to probably go for 2 here as well. See if they can't even up the scoreboard to get them back to 14.
Bunched up pretty heavy on that right side. Oh, now coaches
they had to call a timeout because they're frustrated as well.
Claremore's head coach is ticked off.
Looked like number 32, Landon Phillips, was supposed to be on the field, and I didn't stop to count and see if they had enough players on or not.
Coach isn't very happy.
Been a busy week at the hallways of Oologah High School. Kevin Hogue will join us at halftime, talk about all the incredible stuff that's just gone on. We are off to an amazing start, K through 12, but the high school is really busy. Of course, that's where most of the activity opportunities are with FFA at the Rogers County Fair. This weekend, we got kids showing and competing, and then Tulsa State Fair just a couple of weeks away. Volleyball, softball in full swing. And tonight we're on the road at Claremore. The ball down, kick is on the way, and it's good. So Claremore will tack on the extra point, jump out to a 13-0 lead with 6:21 left to play in the first quarter. You know, I think one of the things that, and even Sam and I talked about this week, just when I sat down and visited with him, just they stress, especially in these early games, no quit. No quit. Collinsville came to town last week. That game got away from you a little bit. He said, we were looking in their eyes. We were watching for no quit. No quit. And I think that's important. I don't know. I don't know that Claremore will be on our schedule in the coming years. We just talk about it. It's such a monstrous game for us. It's been competitive at times, but you look across their roster, it's twice as big as ours.
Yeah.
And, you know, Oologah wants to prepare themselves, not injure themselves, and you want to be ready to go into 4A3 football and be competitive to find your position in the playoffs. And just don't come out of tonight injured.
Right. Yeah, that's a big piece right there. And just try to be competitive. You know, just like he was saying, keep your effort up, and you know,
no quit. No quit. No quit. Yeah, keep in mind there's some young guys on this roster. All right. I think that's Uriah Hooks around the right side. Going to get the ball out to about the 29-yard line. We'll see where the spot is. So a pretty good return for the Mustangs special teams. I want to see them find a way to get your ballers in the game. I'm going to use that line. You got to get the ball into Aiden's hands, and they may be spying him. It may be really hard. They may be. That was Claremore's going to say. We're going to let the other 10 guys on the field, but get the ball into Aiden Gaines' hands. Reed Barron, he's a big target. Let those athletes do what they do. All right, handoff.
Fisher's back in too as quarterback.
Gain of 5. We've gone twice. Really good first down plays. So I believe that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 5 situation coming up for the Mustangs. Caden Fisher in as quarterback. And Sam said we'd see a lot of that. You'd see a lot of quarterback rotation.
Got a bunched right formation here.
And around to Aiden Gaines. Made a man miss. Going to carry forward about 4 yards. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 1. And that's the creativity, Todd, I'm talking about.
Yeah, he's got quick feet. He's really got quick feet. It makes you realize, you know, why he is in the top 50. You can see that right there.
Yeah. Had a guy that had an opportunity to ankle tackle him in the backfield, broke free of that, picked up positive yardage. 3rd down and 2 coming up with 5:16 left to play in the first quarter. All right, 2 receivers to the far side. Come on. Yes, There it is. There it is. Great job by Maddox DeVilbus by getting that guy to engage with him. That'll move the chains.
So they called pass interference.
Tell you what, man, I really like that sideline camera down on the side. Kind of gives you a view that we haven't had the last couple of years.
And that was a good call. In high school, there's no such thing as uncatchable ball. For real. That's right, yeah. There's no. That's
right.
That's not in the high school rule book.
All right, ball's placed at midfield. 1st down and 10 at the 50-yard line. Really have 4 receivers in the set.
You got Aiden's guys 10 yards off. Over there in the slot.
They're going to move Rogers out. Just quarterback keeper up the middle. Positive yardage. Nothing wrong with a 3-yard gain.
Nope, not at all. I would bet the coach sees that a couple more times. They're gonna get it to Aiden out there.
All right, second down. 7 coming up for the Mustang offense. Have been somewhat able to move the ball tonight. Man, they look sharp in that road white. Quarterback keeper again, up the middle.
Good job.
Going to pick up another 3. Going to bring up a very third down and manageable situation. Third down and 4, I believe, coming up, Todd.
Their linebackers are definitely keying on Aiden coming through. A couple of them moved to the left here as he went in motion. Opened up that inside just a bit.
Oh, they jumped.
Nope, he didn't.
No, he didn't call it, though, did he?
He didn't cross the line. Get into that neutral zone.
You got 15 seconds on the play clock. Well, the play clock's not rolling.
No, sure not. I'm surprised Whitehead hadn't called that.
Come on, around the right side. First down.
Gonna be close.
Yep, I think they're going to give it to him. How about that? Gain of 4. First down and 10 for the Mustangs.
Nice job.
Caden Fisher with his feet.
Nice job. Another broken tackle. That's good.
Fellow, that all comes from Aiden Gaines over here blocking on the downside.
Absolutely great catch, Lane, just from Aiden creating space and Fish making things happen. All right, fresh set of downs for the Mustangs. 3:34 left to go in the first. Mustangs really need to put some points on the board here. Down by 13. Rogers up the middle. Maybe a gain of a yard.
Boy, I'd like to see him really just punch it up in there.
He danced just a little bit, but I tell you what, I want to give kudos to that defensive line, just really jamming things up in there. Mustang offense have had to get creative to kind of spread that defensive line out.
Yeah, that number 22 in there is 6'1" and 230, so he's pretty well put together.
4 down linemen for the Zebras. 10 seconds on the play clock. Oh, snap got away. Fish could be in a little bit of trouble. Man, oh man, you're going to lose a little bit. You're going to bring up 3rd down and 13. You were moving the ball, so it's those mistakes. That's the second costly snap that we've had. So we need to get Lane over on the side and just practice some of those exchanges. The deep snaps, he was obviously in the shotgun position there, and just 2 costly mistakes now put you behind the chain. So it's 3rd down and long coming up. Brock going deep.
Ooh, good play.
DeVilbus was being covered.
That was good. That was a good effort, though.
Ewan for the Zebras in coverage. But, yeah, I like the look of that ball. Mm-hmm. I really did. He made one read, and he went that direction, but he threw that in a situation where your guy's got a chance.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mustang's going to go for it. 4th down and 13 on that side of the football field.
Oh, they're going to do a quick kick?
Yep, I think they are. Go to the right side. It'll bounce, take a Mustang bounce down to about the 25-yard line. So the Zebras will take over 1st down and 10 with 2:11 coming up. Man, penalties, mistakes. Mustangs have put some things together tonight, but when you're playing an opponent like Claremore, they are going to capitalize when you have those mistakes.
Yeah, that's what happened. When you're playing a team that's you're outmanned a little, even just the small mistakes can become really huge.
Those Claremore uniforms, I've never seen them in that.
They look pretty sharp.
They look pretty sharp. I got to give it to them. All right, Mustang defense back out on the field. Hand off to number 1 around the right side. And then we talked in pregame, you don't want your secondary making tackles. Aiden Gaines going to slow him down. A couple of guys will have to come along and help. I think Cade had an opportunity. And number 1, just a playmaker for Claremore. That's Cecil Garrett IV. And he's just, he's just got some moves.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, he's a good player.
First down and 10 coming up for the Zebras.
5'9", 185.
There he is again.
There we go.
Caught in the backfield.
Evers.
And
Nice
that
play.
Evers wanted that one back. He's like,
Yes.
not so fast. They're going to give him a gain of a yard. Second down and 9 coming up for the Zebras.
Well, watching our 3 down linemen on that long play, they didn't get blown back.
Right.
They just
Right.
didn't. They kind of took care of their space, but the backers, not so much.
Man in motion. End around. Come on. Ah.
Nice job.
Mustang defense read that really well.
Well, I thought he might be able to pick that off.
That was Isaiah Contreras. Really batted the ball down. You'd like to see him put 2 hands on it, bring it down with the interception. But it's a big third down for the Mustang defense coming up. Third down and 9. Here's some whistles. I think the Mustang's going to take a timeout. We're going to take a timeout as well. We'll be right back with more Mustang football right after this.
A water faucet with clean water, a reliable car on a busy day, a faithful dog, and reliable insurance. They're there when you need them. Coach Jason Brown and Chalkline Insurance is your local insurance agent. After 20 years in coaching, Jason is using that work ethic to take care of you and your family. Chalkline Insurance is locally owned by a name you know and backed by an agency with more than 30 years of experience. If you own it, we can insure it. For all your commercial, home, rental, auto, and recreational insurance needs, give Coach Brown a call at 918-789-3848. Chalkline Insurance, your local insurance agent in Oologah, where character creates connection.
I will tell you the care I've received here at Advanced Orthopedics is wonderful, phenomenal. My knee had just deteriorated where it was bone on bone. Same thing for my hips. Going about my day-to-day activities, whether it was at work or with family, that was constantly on my mind. It affected my ability to sleep, ability to walk. I'm very happy with the staff here at Advanced Orthopedics. I'm so happy with the results that I've received.
Quarterback keeper for the Zebras. Pick up 11, first down and 10. So they got the first down, Todd, but your secondary opened nothing. And that was great awareness by that secondary. That's a coverage play. If your linebackers could have been in there to keep him from picking that first down up, they got it. They're still moving the ball. Hand off to number 1, their go-to. He's into the secondary, down to the 5, the 4. I didn't see hands go up, so I don't know that he was in the end zone. Did you?
No, he went out of bounds about the 5-yard line, 4 or 5 yard line. That head linesman marked the spot and then went to the players, to make sure that there wasn't any extracurricular. So that's why you didn't see him stop there.
He will go untouched into the end zone. The Mustangs find themselves in a big hole. Man, oh man. Todd, you've had your opportunities tonight,
Yeah, big plays.
Big plays.
This offense that we are facing, though, has got some potential. I'm anxious to see how well they do this year. They've got some playmakers.
Yeah, and you get into 4A ball and teams where you're going to see guys that are going to go both ways like you are. That fourth quarter fatigue becomes a real thing. And I really am. I'm really anxious to see how these guys fare up against the Miamis, the Groves. Because we certainly do have the playmakers. So
I was referring though to the Zebras offense. They've got
sorry.
no, because
you're good.
I think that's true of us as well. We've got some playmakers. Claremore. I don't know who they've got in their districts. I'm not sure because I don't follow them. But they've got a pretty solid team. Quarterback and running backs pretty solid.
Claremore played Bartlesville, and I again, you're early in the season. I don't know how good Bartlesville is.
Right.
I believe they play 6A2 ball.
They were starting a sophomore quarterback
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah, and Claremore dominated that game till about 5 minutes into the third quarter. And then I don't know that Claremore scored in the latter half of the third quarter or the fourth quarter, so much so that Bartlesville came back and really they got close. I think they got within 9.
Wow.
But Claremore kind of dominated that game for the first half, if you will.
On that ball. Yep.
Uriah will just fall on it. The Mustangs will take over 1st and 10 from the 20. Beautiful night for high school football.
Brock's back out there
Okay.
at quarterback.
Yep, a lot of rotation at the quarterback tonight. 4 receivers in the set, handoff. Just not a lot there. Got him in the backfield and
Making the stop for Claremore number 88, Raymond King.
coming up at halftime, Kevin Ho is going to come up and visit with us about all things going on in the hallways of Oologah High School. I believe we've got a timeout on the field. Or no, that's the end of the quarter. My bad. My apologies. We'll take a timeout. Be back with the second period right after this.
At Raising Cane's, we're huge football fans, but we're also fans of your local fundraisers and fun runs, small victories and big ideas. And yes, even the neighborhood animal shelter. I was getting to that. Plus over 30,000 other partners in the communities we serve. When you order our hand-battered chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade to cheer on your home team, you're also supporting your hometown. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love.
Adopting you was the best decision in our life. And I am so proud to call you my son.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
As we are set to start the second quarter.
Oh, he got away, but
Mustangs.
He didn't get it. He didn't get it past the line of scrimmage, though. I think that's going to
be a loss.
Yeah, I think so. Even though he was out of the pocket, he still has to get the ball past the line of scrimmage. So that's basically a down, spot foul right there.
Man, that hurt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
Third down
one.
and 20. Pass right side to Aiden Gaines, and man, they were ready for that. A big hit from number 15 for Claremore, and I mean, he got him.
Aiden is
Blake
he's
McEwen.
okay. He's gotten up. No, he's down. Aiden's down in the end zone.
I mean, he hammered him.
Yeah, he did.
I hate that, and that's. You don't want to come out of Claremore hurt. You don't want to.
You don't want to. You don't want to speculate, but it looks like he might have just got a wind knocked out of him
because
his hands were up and the guy hit him in the midsection.
See our coaches, trainers out tend to him. He's a tough kid. He wants to be on the field. He wants to play.
You know, that play, the play before that when Brock got taken down back behind the line of scrimmage. Looks like Aiden's going to be okay. That's a tough play for any quarterback, but especially for a young quarterback running away from his, you know, because he's got to turn his hips and turn his shoulders. It's a really hard play for any quarterback, but especially a young fella.
Man, Mustangs will be punting out of their end zone. $15 seconds on the play clock. Make sure they get the right personnel on. Boy, we've had some special team issues tonight. You certainly don't want that here. Just good, clean punt. Low snap.
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
My goodness. Well, you know what you got to work on, and the good news is you get a week off. And a lot of times programs in that week off will work on basic fundamentals.
Mm-hmm.
You work on tackling. You work on snapping the ball.
Yep.
Yep. You have some time in your practice schedule because once you get into the throes of season, man, you're really running plays and running schemes and doing those things. So the next couple of weeks, they will have the opportunity to really just kind of work on some fundamentals. All right, Claremore's given another gift. We've given them one tonight. Here's the second one.
They got the big heavy set again. Good job.
Number 7, the ball carrier for Claremore. Really not much there. Demetrius Cummings called his name a couple times tonight.
Much for the quarterback to pull this time.
Oh, ball's on the ground. Come on, guys. Make something happen here.
Get him.
Fish.
Good job.
Kind of contained him till he could get some help. Number 4 for the Mustangs, Garen Dennis, kind of helped bring him down. So it's a 3rd down.
Good job, our band. Keeping everybody up.
They're practicing too.
Yes, they are.
They're in full competition season. Have got a lot going on.
They take a lot of pride in that. It's really good. And they should. They should take pride in it, you know.
All right. Big 3rd down for the Mustangs. Quarterback wanting to throw. Going to just keep it.
Oh, he dropped it.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, he dropped it. That kid's 6'7" and 265.
big kid, number 40, McKinley Sisvisky.
Looks like there's a penalty marker on the field.
Oh, there's a penalty? Holding.
You know what?
So should we take that? Or
Todd, I was fixing to ask you, what's your opinion on that? I think they're going to back them up. I really do.
Yeah.
And you know what? Kudos to the defense here because it would have been real easy to just let them in.
Exactly, just lay down.
They have been a stonewall. I think they're going to
decline it. You know what? They are
I think
declining.
they're declining that.
4th down. 4th down and goal from the 3. I think that's the right move. Because Claremore is wanting to set themselves up as well. I think they're going to work on their kicking game.
It's kind of a weird angle.
Yeah, especially for a righty.
For a right-footed kicker. So 18 seconds on the play clock. Plenty of time. Ball down. Kicks on the way.
Nice job.
I believe it is good. So they will add 3 to their scoreboard.
Jackson Burton is kicker there. You know what? That was a good stand. I'm proud of our boys.
Yeah, progress. You know what I'm saying? Progress. That's what you wanted tonight. You wanted some guys to get measurable snaps. I'll be honest with you, Aiden Gaines, they've had guys all over him. He's got to figure out how to get open. He's got to figure out to get loose from that. Brock really has thrown a couple of good balls. And so just progress. Kudos to the defense right there. All three of us kind of had our who you gots coming off the defensive side of the ball, and well earned, well played. I think when you're given the ball at the 2-yard line and you've got 4 downs to get it in and you hold them to a field goal, that's a win.
That's a win.
I'm going to take that. Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah, in these kind of games, you have to take those small wins because, there's a great likelihood that you're not going to win the game, but you can win some of those little battles.
Aiden Gaines back in the ball game, kind of had the breath knocked out of him on a play just a few moments ago. 9:38 left to play. Claremore set to kick this one away.
It'll be returnable.
Right to Aiden, about the 6-yard line. Gonna juke and jive, get around to the right side. Out to the 30, out to the 33-yard line. Incredible field position for the Mustang offense. Everything has not gone as planned tonight, but Todd, I've seen some incredible streaks and progress for this offense. And I mean, I know that's the special team side, but some things have happened for them tonight we haven't necessarily seen this season.
Right. Yeah, they're making some progress. People, if they've not seen us play yet, they may not recognize that, but we sure are. We're sure seeing some good progress.
All right, here comes that Mustang offense. Come on, guys. Chins up. You got this. You are one big play, one big moment away from getting yourself back in this ball game. Quarterback just going to keep that.
Well, that was a designed quarterback keeper there.
Actually, I think. Yep, that was Brock, I believe. Yep.
Yes, it was.
They're going to say he lost a yard. So 2nd down and 11 coming up. Brock rolling to his right. Got a man open on the right side. Down to the 30. Down to the 35.
Hold on to the
midfield.
ball.
Hold on to the ball.
Good job.
Your man of the night, Reed Barrett, a first down and 10 for the Mustangs.
Big man, 6'5"?
Big target, really was wide open, but what was so great was the yards after the catch. Really, he kind of turned his jets on, moved the ball, first down and 10 for the Mustangs. Ball spotted down the 42, 43-yard line. Plenty of time on the play clock, 19 seconds and counting.
That pass allowed him to get those yards after catch. It was right in stride.
Yep. Brock rolling to his right, again to the right side.
Okay.
I believe that was Aiden Gaines.
It's a couple yards.
Yeah, pick up a couple. 2 yards. Man, when you're early in your set, there's nothing wrong with a 2-yard play. It's progress. You just don't want to get behind the chains.
Where the last couple plays our outside guy, Uriah, has gotten really close to jumping off sides. I mean, it's like he's winding himself up.
I like that. I like that.
I thought for sure he was going to pop this last time.
2nd down and 8 coming up for the Mustangs. Just 2 receivers in the set. Gaines in motion.
Uh-oh.
Kind of an option. Going to break free. Going to be brought down for a loss of about 5. Goodness gracious.
That was a broken play.
He kind of laid out kind of as an outlet, but, man, the offensive line just didn't give anybody any time. Aiden kind of holding his elbow, coming off with the stinger.
That was a safe play, though, because if Aiden would have dropped that ball, it would have been an incomplete pass.
Yeah.
So, we might have been better off if he'd dropped the ball.
Timeout on the field for an entry. We'll take one as well. Be back with more Mustang football right after this.
When you came into my life, it was a whirlwind.
I just can't do it.
We didn't know what the future would hold, but we knew you would always be a part of it. Adopting you was the best decision in our life. And I am so proud to call you my son.
Third down play coming up for the Mustangs. Todd, with 7:15 left to go. I can see a fourth down, go for it situation. As good as your defense has been playing, Brock's just going to run.
Nice.
He's going to get some of that
Good
back.
job. Good job.
And Wise getting down instead of taking a big hit. So now you're in 4th down and 4 territory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're going to go for it. I mean, why punt when you've not been able to punt the ball in the last 4 times? You know?
That's a really, really good thought there. Maddox DeVilbus will go to the far side as well as Isaiah Contreras. You've got Uriah Hooks on this side. Reed. 12 seconds on the play clock, so they're going to change things up a little bit.
Come up for some protection here.
There is nobody in the secondary. Man, they had everybody up front.
Oh, no.
Come on, Brock.
Nope. That's going to be a personal foul way back here on about the 30-yard line on Claremore.
So that keeps it out of the end zone because the ball was in play, right?
Yeah, it'll come back. It'll be a spot foul. It looks like either the 29 or the 30-yard line. It looks like a crackback. Yeah, it's a crackback. So what that means is we as officials, you're talking about when you have a play like that that's going the other direction, you start looking for people going upstream.
Right.
And this guy was going upstream and hit a guy that wasn't looking. So yeah, it'll be a 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. So wherever he thought that there it is. Yep, 15 yards from 31-yard line, or the 20. I'm sorry, the 29.
Wow, that's your friend because that brings it out of the end zone. Hand off to number 1 around the left side. Gain of about 11, first down and 10. Man, your offense has those moments where they're moving the ball, making progress, and they look like it's all going to come together. You got a freshman quarterback, and I'm telling you what, that linebacker has just hid behind that line, and he just pops up. He's done that twice tonight,
mm-hmm.
and unfortunately been able to pick it off. Brock threw to a guy that was open. There was just a linebacker in between there.
That's a good job. Good job.
How
number
about
4.
that? Number 4, Garen Dennis, blowing that up.
From his middle linebacker spot.
Guess going to say no gain on the play, second down and 10.
I really feel like, for the most part, our 3 down guys are doing a good job. They're not getting blown off the ball. At least it doesn't appear that way from up here, which is good because every one of them are outweighed by probably at least 30 pounds.
Right. Just size and freshness. I mean, they don't have any guys going both ways.
Right. Nice play back there.
How about that?
Good job. Who was that? Number 3? Was that Uriah?
Yep. That's Uriah.
No,
Isaiah.
Sorry.
Isaiah Contreras. Apologize to his family that may be watching. But
sorry
great
about
awareness, great play on his part. Kind of got up a little bit slow. The third down and 10 coming up. Man,
good plays.
Your defense has played well. From the goal line stand down there to hold them to 3.
I'm anxious to see what their total yards are at the halftime, because it seems like I think they've been running the ball from the 10-yard line in, it seems,
Maybe Lane could sneak over and look at Johnny's monitor for just a second while we're 5 seconds on the play clock. Claremore will have to get this one off. Quarterback's going to keep it. It's not there. Good job of that Mustang defense. It's 4th down and 7. I would anticipate Claremore going for this. And again, like you say, unless they want to work on special teams and kick a field goal that long, you never know when you're going to be in a playoff scenario and need one.
Yeah, that's just a little outside their kickers.
Yep, I think they're going to go for it.
Yeah.
3 receivers to this side of the set. Going to see if they can get Oologah to jump. So good discipline. Good discipline by the Mustangs. 12 seconds on the play clock, so they have time. We'll call this play and see what Lane has found for us.
Oh, that's a holding penalty. There we go.
Yep.
They will decline that and take the ball.
You know what, Todd? I can't brag on this secondary enough. I can't brag on this secondary enough, and they're my guys. You know what I'm saying? They're who we've talked about. I think they were Lane's who you got.
Yeah.
And that was just great awareness by those guys.
Yeah, that's really good defensive stand right there. Again, one of those short, you give up a turnover, and so it's a quick turnaround, and the defense bowed up again. That's twice.
That's right.
On our side of the field.
You're 23 points. Anything can happen, don't get me wrong, but as your coaches, you've got some great stuff to go back to these guys and build on and have some momentum.
Yes, absolutely. And again, we're playing some young guys. I mean, we got several freshmen playing out there.
That's right.
Let's see if we can get something going here.
All right, first down and 10 coming up for the Mustang offense. Handoff, going to scoot forward. Positive play, going to pick up maybe 3. Bring up second down and 7. That's stay in progress. Garen Dennis actually going to come in for the Mustangs. I don't know if that we've seen him much on the offensive side of the ball. He's more of a defensive guy. Probably maybe put him on the line.
Or in as a heavy,
yeah,
like a
so.
fullback.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like a fullback. Yeah, he's lining up in an H position. Maybe a lead blocker. Yep, there he goes. Yep, he pulled into the hole. Perfect.
We about a yard short of the first down. Going to bring up third down and 1 for the Mustang offense. Man, Todd, I'm proud of them. I really am. This offense, when they're just staying on schedule, they're getting yards against a defense that's bigger than them and closing those holes. It feels like this offensive line starting to gel a little bit. Third down and 1 coming up with 14 seconds on the play clock. Brock's going to check the sideline. Mustangs have a timeout. I don't think you want to use it here. 3, 2. Man,
oh man.
Sportsmanship there by the Zebras.
Both
Tucker up.
Yep, that's right. Both of their linebackers shot the gaps. It's a tough play.
Yeah.
It's a tough play.
All right, it's going to bring up a fourth down and 3, I believe. Mustangs aren't in a hurry here.
No.
Yeah, Sam may be going to just burn as much time off the clock as he can, take a timeout.
Yep.
We're going to take one as well. Be back with more Mustang football right after this.
There is a road laid out for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river.
Rogers County Fairs.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Claremore, America. Oologah's own Paul Bogart's performing out there, I believe, tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, yeah, I think so.
Man, if you haven't seen Paul, he's, number one, just a great guy. Number 2 is an incredible entertainer. Plays some songs he's written, does a lot of great cover stuff. And so, Lane Brown, what'd you find out in terms of our defense productivity stopping their offense?
So, Claremore's only got 181 yards, and so for what the scoreboard says, we've held them pretty.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we've given them 14 points just on, you know what, guys?
Good punt. Look
Good
at there.
punt, taking a Mustang bounce. Get on down inside that 10. Finally, the special teams kind of needed something to go their way.
Standing ovation up here in the box.
Absolutely. That is what you call flipping the field.
Yes.
So you had one timeout left. Kudos to Coach Noble for taking that and kind of slowing things down, giving your guys an opportunity to catch their breath. Really well executed by your special teams.
Yeah, it was a good snap. So when you have a good snap, you can usually get a good kickoff.
I would imagine Claremore is going to keep it on the ground, try to maybe burn some clock. But your defense has kind of found their groove here. And off around the left side. They'll bring him down, but I believe he'll get a first down.
And in high school ball, the clock does stop to move the
On
chains,
first
and
downs,
then they wrap it
I
back going
favor
again.
that. I'm a traditionalist. That's how football's been as I've grown up.
Yeah.
That's the way I like it. College does things a little bit better. To me, it feels like that's a rule that the teams that tend to beat everybody kind of favor because you can burn that clock out.
Could have been a holding penalty.
It makes
back
it harder for teams that are behind to catch up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I like the fact when you move the chains, stops the clock, and gives you a fighting chance, if you will.
Still the clock still stops, obviously, when they go out of bounds. So.
All right, 2nd down, 2 coming up for the Mustangs. For the Zebras. Handoff up the middle. He'll get the first down. He'll be brought down.
That's a touchdown tackle right there. Saving tackle by Evers.
Kate Evers. All right, 1st down and 10 coming up for the Zebra offense. 110. If you're the Mustangs, you need to slow them down here. Passing complete on the left side. 2nd down and 10. It does stop the clock, but you'll take that.
Good coverage downfield.
All right, handoff up the right side. Called his name a lot tonight. Oh. Man, he's fast. Got that breakaway speed. Cadle. Chasing in. Man, you had 53 seconds to hold him, and that number 1 has just found the holes all night long. So the Zebras will add to their point total. Coming up at halftime, the Stallion Battalion will march. Unfortunately, you kind of have to watch that from the backside. I apologize for that, but we are set up on the Oologah side of the field, and they will march to the home stand, to the home press box. But you still get to see it and enjoy it. Kevin Hoag's going to join me during the Claremore Marching Band, talk about all the things that have gone on in the Oologah High School. A lot of activities happening.
We got a good crowd here tonight. I don't know if we've mentioned them or not. But
this is a great game to travel to. Leave early enough, you can grab a burger in Claremore. And actually, for some folks, this may be a closer stadium, depending on where they live in district.
Right.
We got some folks that live on the Claremore side of the district. Oologah, we drive 1,500 bus miles a day.
Is that right?
We are a very big school district.
Wow, I had no idea. That's a ton.
It's a lot. They have some incredible bus drivers. Jeff Cluck leads our transportation staff, and we drive lots of miles.
Wow.
Mustangs get a bye week to kind of recoup. If you've been banged up last couple of games from bigger opponents like Collinsville and Claremore, it'd be a good opportunity to take a break. Want to thank RCB Bank, providing service, community, connection, trust. RCB Bank, that's my bank. Little pooch kick over to the left side. Mustang special teams still want to try to make something happen. Great field position. They just don't have a lot of time to do something with it with 49 seconds on the clock. Ballard Homes would love to help you find your next dream home. And Edwin Evers Pecans, you can taste the difference. Appreciate their support of Mustang Athletics.
And we have no timeouts either, so I would anticipate Coach just kind of taking conservative
he's going to
here.
probably take a couple of runs at it. Let the clock burn out, get to halftime, let the guys get hydrated.
Cheerleaders up there doing a good job, too. I'd like to recognize some of those others that are we don't always talk about.
It is a full team effort.
Well, sure is.
Between marching band, student section, cheerleaders, trainers, and the guys on the field. All right, first down and 10 coming up for the Mustangs. Hand off to Tucker Rogers around the right side. First down. I believe he's going to pick up about 12. Move the chains.
Number 33, Graham Williams. That is a Mustang first down.
And here are the Mustang faithful cheering on the good guys. Tucker again up the middle. Not much there. That linebacker just kind of blew that up.
Yeah, they're tough.
There to make the tackle is Clayton McEwen. No gain on the play. Second down.
That number 15 inside there is really active. And they were talking last week about number 7 possibly being their best defensive player coming off the edge there.
I think the Mustangs going to let the clock expire. And that'll do it as they didn't have time to get it off. With that, going to take a halftime break. We'll come back with the Stallion Battalion Marching Band. Mustangs trail on this one. This is Mustang football.
We said we'd never break the 3-second rule. Never do that. And never become a minivan mom.
Hey, Chris.
As parents, we say never a lot, but never happens. So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, know it can happen. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
Since 1951, Neely Insurance and Financial Services has been a trusted name in Claremore. Located at 965 West Will Rogers Boulevard, we are a third-generation family business built on a foundation of trust and dedication. With over 70 years of experience, we've seen the industry evolve, and we're here to help you navigate it every step of the way. At Neely Agency, customer service is our #1 priority. We offer personalized assistance for all your insurance needs. Whether it's home, auto, farm, or boat insurance, we've got you covered. Need coverage for your flood or recreational vehicle? We handle that too, protecting both your family and business. But we're not just about insurance. We also offer a wide variety of financial services to help you plan for a secure future, including investment products, financial planning, employee benefits, and more. Stop by or call Neely Insurance and Financial Services today, where experience meets trust. Visit us at 965 West Will Rogers Boulevard in Claremore, or check us out online at neelyagency.com.
Let's hear it one more time for the Stallion Battalion Marching Band.
A water faucet with clean water, a reliable car on a busy day, a faithful dog, and reliable insurance. They're there when you need them. Coach Jason Brown and Chalkline Insurance is your local insurance agent. After 20 years in coaching, Jason is using that work ethic to take care of you and your family. Chalkline Insurance is locally owned by a name you know and backed by an agency with more than 30 years of experience. If you own it, we can insure it. For all your commercial, home, rental, auto, and recreational insurance needs, give Coach Brown a call at 918-789-3848. Chalkline Insurance, your local insurance agent in Oologah, where character creates connection.
Please welcome to the field the award-winning Zebra Marching Band and their performance of their competitive marching show entitled Weather the Storm. Tonight, the Zebra Band will be performing the first two movements of their marching show. Weather the Storm features music from Garth Brooks, AC/DC, and Leonard Bernstein. Thank you to our Zebra Band directors and staff, Courtney Acorn, TJ Smith, Trevor Downey, Morgan Reedy, and Liesl Speaks. Our show tonight will be featuring soloist Christian Seth. Drum major Bella Ramirez. Is your band ready?
Welcome back to the Mustang Halftime Show, brought to you by Mid-America Feeds. I am joined now by our high school principal, Mr. Kevin Hogue. You guys been busy.
Yeah,
we are in full swing.
It happens fast. Obviously, your summer sports, if you call them that, your softball, your volleyball start immediately, and they're off to tremendous starts. I don't know if people out there have been, but our volleyball team's ranked 7th in the state. Super fun to watch. Won our home tournament. Been having a great crowd. That's been fun.
I was up there for softball, but I was in the athletic wing and heard the crowd in the gym.
Yeah.
And I thought, wait, is basketball? I mean, it was electric.
It's fun, and it was hot yesterday, so a lot of the fans went to that, I think, because
softball was hot.
Softball, we had 2 home games. And softball, though, doing incredible. I think they have a 2-game lead in districts. We have some really great softball players. Jocelyn Leak pitched a 15 strikeout no-hitter just earlier in the week. Great comeback. I call them the Cardiac Kids. We were down 3-1 last night against Verdigris and came back in the bottom of the 7th and won.
You
2
were
outs.
there. You were the admin
Yeah,
on duty.
I was there.
What a game. Because, I mean, I'm being honest with you, it's high school sports. I'd kind of written that one off.
Yeah.
Would you tell me she had pitched for Verdigris?
The Verdigris girl, I believe, threw 168 pitches last night.
That's a lot of
That's
pitches.
incredible. Kudos to her. She's great.
Yeah.
She's great. They're a great team. No shade there. But just as it is, you're going to wear it down a little bit. And we
She
just
did,
kept
and
seeing pitches.
She walked some runs in.
Yeah, even when we were striking out, we were seeing 8-9 pitches. And in that heat, you're just going to wear it down. And we just kept battling. Crenshaw came up again. I called her the Cardinal Killer. She hit a grand slam against him at Verdigris to win the game.
That's right.
And she had the game-winning RBI with 2 outs.
That's right. It
last
was
night.
her.
And she's a freshman. She's phenomenal. Plays shortstop. But they're fun to watch. Coach Robinson does a great job. Coach Paya, everyone involved. That's been fun.
So I think they're set to host, right?
Yeah, well, we're on track. Can't let anything happen right now, but
Right.
that was a big win last night. I think that gave us a 2-game lead. I was talking to Mr. Dixon this morning. I think the worst we could do is tie for districts.
Okay.
You definitely don't want to do that. You want to take care of business this week, and then you're hosting again, which we've done a lot around here with softball.
Well, let's talk about volleyball because we've had some girls break some big milestones.
Yeah, Emily Witten, I believe she had 1,500 digs.
Yep.
I went last week. Obviously, I didn't get to go last night. She had 3 or 4 of the greatest digs I've ever seen. You're just – other teams we play have some pretty massive hitters, and they spike the ball, and somehow she's able to get it in the air, and we rally and we win, and they feed off her energy. Obviously, she's a senior. She's super great. She's going on to play college, but we have some other girls. Shady K. Stewart.
Yeah, Shady K. Stewart, right.
She's going on to play somewhere else. She's putting
750 career kills?
Yeah.
I mean, are we playing Xbox? Or are we playing ball?
Kill is when you hit it, obviously when you spike it and
Right.
it hits the floor. So she does a great job. We got some other seniors, Ruby Hall doing a good job. And then we got a freshman. Bella's doing really great. She's taller than me. She's a freshman, which is pretty crazy. But just her smile is infectious, and she does a great job out there too.
Well, FFA is in the throes of it. I text both Seth and Katie Wednesday morning because I knew it was about to start. I don't think they sleep until Monday.
Yeah, even not even really Monday because
Yeah.
Monday's the sale, so they're there Monday
that's
night
right,
late
right,
for the
right,
sale.
right. Yep.
I know I've texted them, checking on them, and I don't get a lot back. They're super busy.
Yeah. They did today. They actually sent me some pictures.
Yeah.
And
yeah, we've had a lot of success, as we always do.
Yeah.
Our ag program, I mean, you say it all the time, but I'll put them up against anyone in the state. For
Well-
the diversity and the success that we have, my daughter was in the program, your daughter was in the program. It's phenomenal.
And we're sending a bunch of kids to nationals.
Yep.
Won best ag program in the state, won the agri-science state championship, had
Sweepstakes.
26 medals, I think. I mean,
Yeah.
some of those are partners, but I think 26 kids came home with a state championship medal.
Yeah, I mean, do the math on that. That's incredible. 26, they all get a buckle. It's a big thing. They started that tradition a few years
we've
ago.
actually added a third ag teacher.
We did. Gracie Norris, former student of mine.
Yeah.
We've hired several former students of mine. I think that means I'm getting old.
You start to feel the weight, don't you?
But they're phenomenal people. We've had such a tremendous start. We didn't have a lot of people to hire, and she's considered out of the middle school. She teaches a couple high school sections. So couldn't be happier with her. The Gilmores, Mrs. Washington, Mrs. Sawyer, Mr. Bright, who coaching football.
Yeah,
he graduated under me too, same class. We've had a great group to bring in. They're super positive and super good at what they do. I want to brag on my freshmen. My freshmen have come in. Yeah. We expect a lot. We're pretty demanding at the high school. We expect them to assimilate pretty quickly, and they've done a phenomenal job.
Okay.
We've had 0 issues. They seem to be really enjoying it when I talk to them. They're not afraid to come up and talk to me, which is great. So it's been a great start to the year.
So there's a change. We made this change last year, but it's a statewide change, like cell phones.
Yes.
And
So
I've heard
kudos-
from parents. It's been. I mean, the parents that I've talked to love it.
I mentioned this Monday. Kudos to you guys last year, the school board, putting in place for us. At the high school, it's a little bit different. We have a lot of travel. Coaches need to get the word out. So you could have your cell phone last year in the hall and at lunch. This year, the state came through and said bell to bell and then clarified what that is. That's your first bell to your last bell. So for us, that's 8 to 2:55. I'll be honest with you. I know me and Mrs. Jernigan, my new assistant, we were a little concerned with lunch and how we were going to navigate that and police that, and we have had zero issues.
Yeah.
It has been phenomenal, and I admitted this. I wouldn't have asked to change our policy, but I will also admit this is better. You come into my lunchroom, it's a little louder, but that's a good thing. Kids are talking. They're playing Uno. The whole softball team every day, they do homework every day because they're traveling and they're getting home, from Grove at 11 o'clock at night.
Yep.
It is better, and I think if you ask the kids, obviously we're all addicted to our cell phone. I'm embarrassed on Sundays when I get that little text at about 8:30 in the morning that tells me how many hours I average. So we're all addicted to it. But I think they would agree this is better. And to see them having conversations, we've had so much less issues. The food in the cafeteria is better. Kudos to the cafeteria staff. We have less trash. It's just been a tremendous start of the year.
Okay, well,
at the high
next
school.
month we're going to the polls.
Yes,
and
sir.
Your building, the high school building, really is set for an incredible remodel, facelift. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, I think the bond committee's done a great job. The bond is going to touch a lot of people. We're getting a lot out of the dollars, I feel like, personally. And at the high school, definitely speak to that. You start going in the auditorium. You go in our gym. There's some things that need to happen. You go in our library is very dated, if you will.
You can see it right there on the screen. That is the media center, which is the library.
Yes, sir.
But, man, that's going to be fantastic. Just an incredible space.
And that's just like a computer generated.
Sure,
that's
absolutely.
not final. But to think of what that could look like, not leaking, not having leaks from the ceiling. And we have a tremendous amount of kids. We have over 50 kids that take a concurrent class, and a lot of them don't want to leave. They work on it in the library. So to have a nice space for them to come and to work is really needed. And then, when we met with my teachers, they didn't want a lot. We don't need Ferraris. They want the roof not to leak, and they want some new, furniture for the students, some more comfortable furniture for the students. So I'm really excited.
We've just been off to a great start. It just really has success and excellence really kind of creeping its way back into just the culture of Oologah.
Yeah, band's been getting after it. They've been practicing at night. People don't know that. They practice early in the morning, then they come back a lot of times. They'll practice from 4 to 8 the other night, right after football comes out. I was in the auditorium this morning with Mrs. Dinslow. They're getting the one-act play going. It's going to be fun this year. I say it all the time. We do a lot of things. We do everything you can possibly do to compete. And I feel like we do it to a high level. That's kudos to my staff. Kudos to the staff K through 12. You look at academic success. A lot of our kids that have that success are kids that came up through Oologah schools. So we have a proven track record.
Okay, so personal note. And I interviewed him last week. We showed that. But Sam signed with a really smart school out in Colorado. So walk through that process.
So it's been really fun. Obviously, he plays a lot of things. But he went on a lot of junior days, if you will, last spring.
Okay.
And a lot of camps this summer. He gets invited to a lot of camps. So that their strategy there, I think he got invited to 62 camps.
Wow. Okay.
Well, he hasn't missed one day of Summer Pride, so he's not going to miss Summer Pride. So you have to kind of pare those down. They called him, wanted him to come to camp, went there, and he really had a phenomenal camp with his 40 and his just competing. They do some one-on-one drills. Beautiful place, obviously, in Colorado. They're Division II. So they're super smart. All they have is engineering.
Engineers.
That's all they do. It's the number 3 ranked engineering school in the nation. But on top of that, they're really good at football. 2 of the last 3 years, they've been in the Division II national championship game.
Wow.
So they do a lot of things really well.
They really wanted him. And that's what made the difference.
It did. It did. So they offered him earlier than they said that, that kind of their time frame. But with that, they're like, look, you can have all the way to signing date. But if you can commit to us in the next couple of weeks, they had always been open and honest with him, which I appreciate. Means a lot to me, especially if I'm going to send him that far away. But they said they were going to bring in 2 running backs, and they said, hey, if you're willing to commit, we're willing to commit to you, and you'll be the only running back we bring in. We'll use that scholarship elsewhere. That meant a lot to him. Obviously, we had to make the dollars right because it's an expensive school. But he's excited for that opportunity. I know we are too. Really trust the coaching staff there, and excited for him to have that to look forward to.
Well, Kevin, we'll have you come back in a couple of weeks because, we hit Tulsa State Fair and volleyball and all the. I mean, you do a great job of keeping on tap because they're your kids, right? They're out doing all that.
Love them. We Mustang family is one of our core values. I've been saying it since day one. I say it this way. I'm around those kids. You mentioned volleyball, softball. I'm around those kids more than I'm around anyone in my family that doesn't live in my house. And last night, I was on pins and needles. I had goosebumps. I got goosebumps now talking about the softball game. You really do become a family, and you root for them. And I feel like this year, obviously, they're kids. Adults don't get along sometimes, but our group as a whole, 9 through 12, seems really close-knit this year, and that makes me proud.
Awesome. Going to take a timeout. When we come back, the third quarter, this is Mustang football.
At Raising Cane's, we're huge football fans, but we're also fans of over 30,000 other partners in the communities we serve. When you order our hand-battered chicken fingers, you're also supporting your hometown. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
A water faucet with clean water, a reliable car on a busy day, a faithful dog, and reliable insurance. They're there when you need them. Coach Jason Brown and Chalkline Insurance is your local insurance agent. After 20 years in coaching, Jason is using that work ethic to take care of you and your family. Chalkline Insurance is locally owned by a name you know and backed by an agency with more than 30 years of experience. If you own it, we can insure it. For all your commercial, home, rental, auto, and recreational insurance needs, give Coach Brown a call at 918-789-3848. Chalkline Insurance, your local insurance agent in Oologah, where character creates connection.
Welcome back to Claremore, Oklahoma. It's a Rogers County rivalry. And appreciate Kevin Hogue, our halftime conversation. Also, the Stallion Battalion Marching Band that you kind of got to see from the backside of things. Apologize about that, but when you're on the road, that's just kind of what you are limited with. Brent Kellogg, Todd Brock, Lane Brown, along with the rest of the Mustang crew. Glad to have you with us tonight. And the Mustangs will get the ball. You really want to try to make something happen. You've kind of let yourself into a 30-0 hole here. You're scrimmage. You're making progress. You're snapping. Brock's going to throw that out of bounds.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, I think they're going to.
He's going to give him a little grace. Nope. Yep. Intentional grounding. Yeah, so again, that is a penalty because he got outside the box, but he did not get the ball past the line of scrimmage. So it's a spot foul and loss of down. So it's second down now in about 19? So that'll be something that he'll learn to do. It's just one of those things, especially coming out on the right or on the left side. That's a tough call, a tough throw for a young quarterback to try to.
So that's going to set you way back behind the chains.
Yeah, second down and 19.
He's just going to tuck it and run it.
He's got some good speed.
He's going to be paid for it. Take a couple of big hits. Get some of that lost yardage back. All Smiles Dental, quality, affordable dental care right here at home. Appreciate their support of Mustang Athletics. Edward Jones Investment, Ken Jensen, helping you discover what truly matters. All right, big third down coming up for the Mustangs.
Put a little air under it when we needed. He had enough time that time. They just didn't get the ball in the right spot.
All right, so Mustangs will set to punt this one away. Good punt. He'll fair catch that. About the 45-yard line, I believe, is where they will stack that. Mustang defense really kind of been the strength of this team. However, the offense tonight has made progress. They've moved the ball, had some mistakes. Mustang defense ready to go. Man, pressure coming.
Good job. And that's the pressure coming from the spot that I was talking about in the pregame. That's where Barron had been playing. And I thought that they might get a little bit of play over on that side of the ball, right over that number 60, that left tackle.
That was Cade Schick that got pressure on the quarterback off the right side of the line.
Stack him up.
Man, he is so slippery. He has done that all night long. Ankle tackled on the far side. I believe that was Uriah Hooks brought him down. The first half, the Mustangs had 5 first downs.
Is that right?
Compared to Claremore's 7 first downs.
Wow.
So we gave them 14 points as a gift. Third down coming up.
Nice hit.
What a hit.
You know what? They're not going to give it to him. He's got to get to that line. That's going to be 4th down.
That was Garen Dennis with the stick, and man.
Oh, no. He okay. The line judge here, I thought he was just short.
They gave it to him. First down and 10.
That's probably a good spot.
That's a little better.
Passing Mustangs were 5 of 8 with 31 yards. Here's the kicker, only 60 yards of offense.
Oh, could have been another holding penalty.
He was out of bounds.
Yeah, he's out of bounds.
You know, Todd, looking at first half stats, here's one that I'm really proud of. No penalties.
There you go.
No penalty. You could be playing frustrated. And kudos to those guys for playing sharp, playing smart. No penalties. Mustangs had the time of possession. They had 15 minutes and 13 seconds. Claremore only had the ball for 8 minutes.
Well, we gave them the short field almost the whole time.
Yeah, gave them too many gifts. So, all right, second down, 10 coming up for the Zebras. He's so elusive as a back. He's going to pick up about 8.
Takes the ball up near the 37.
So we bring up 4th down and 2.
Garen is letting the white hat know he's getting held every time.
Talking about it.
That's what he's telling them.
All right, third down and a long 2, maybe 3.
You talk to those big linemen, they're holding on every play, really.
Reed Barron, a couple of catches for 33 yards, was the leading receiver. Gaines had a couple of catches, but they always were kind of behind the line, so he was minus 4 yards. Going to have to find a way as an offense to create some space for him. Big back going to carry it up the middle, just kind of bull his way forward. You talked about him on our way over to Claremore, just what a big tank he is of a runner.
Yeah, and he plays middle linebacker too, so.
And that's a big burst.
They list him at 6 foot and 200, and he's all of that.
And he is all of that. He's a big back. All right, 17 seconds on the play clock. Quarterback.
See, there we go again. See, he had some pressure.
Pitch and catch to the end zone. Good for a Zebra touchdown. They'll add to their point total.
Now that was a good play on the ball by that receiver.
Last call by number 19, Hudson Lee. He goes in for the score.
He threw that ball almost 50 yards. Looks like they're going to kick the extra point here.
Yeah, that was some concentration on that catch, though.
Oh, he had 2 guys on him.
Yeah, I mean, he had 2 guys running right at
Oh,
him.
we got offsides there. No, they didn't call offsides either.
We got injured players on the field.
They ran into
Yes, they did. Doggone it. Who is that? Can you tell, Lane?
No, I cannot.
Yeah, I don't want to speculate because I can't tell who it is.
Are you ready for some football? Just like the Zebra strong defense on the field, your home needs protection too. Whether it's a big game or life
Man, I hope they're okay. That was,
Our home insurance has
I
got
think
you
that was
covered.
head-to-head on that
Community
dive.
insurance and financial
Diving
services.
right at each other.
Yep, they were definitely gunning in there for sure. While we got just a bit of a timeout, it's these guys who are working out there. They're helping these kids. The trainers and some of the medical staff. You can see there's some medical staff from Claremore over there. It's always so important. This game is a tough game, and when you have injuries, and certainly you don't want to see any injuries, but it's really nice when you have people that can take care of these young men. It looks like both of them are getting up and going to be okay. Uriah Hooks and Caden Fisher. Yep, they're both walking. That's a good deal. That's a good sign. So we got a score of 36-0. The Zebras on top. I'm glad to see them both walking back to the sidelines.
So I guess it's kind of time to ask, what's next? Because I think that really what we want to do is get out of here without any injuries whatsoever.
Right.
We want to go into the bye week semi-healthy and then prepare for district play, because obviously that's what's most important.
Right. And but we don't have that many players, and so when you think about, you don't want to play you may not want to play some of our our starters and all, but even we're playing a lot of young guys anyway. So, kind of like your question, where do we go from here? I think you still got to play, and you can't field a team, with freshmen necessarily. I don't think we even have enough of that anyway. So, it is a tough thing. It's a tough deal to try to take care of yourself. A good run back, good effort. That was is that Isaiah?
Yes, sir.
Number 3, yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. We still have to play. We're still playing young guys right now, so it's just good to see that they're still working hard, trying hard. The score's not in our favor, but
I used to be told that you have a good shot of staying healthy if you play hard. If you let up, that's when you get hurt. And so maybe that's what needs to be, need to focus on here. Just keep playing. Just keep focusing on your job and do your job. That was a good run. It's a good run, about a 5-yarder.
probably about 2nd and 5.
Oh, he's hurt now too.
Injured player on the field.
He's okay, looks like.
Claremore Athletics wants to thank
Todd, that's my biggest fear about a game like tonight. That doesn't help you, doesn't hurt you. You're playing a bigger roster. Fatigue really is going to be a thing for the Mustangs here in just a little bit.
Yeah.
And you can't lose an Aiden Gaines, Garen Dennis, a Brock Lustig, a Caden Fisher. You can't lose some of those offensive linemen because we're really thin there.
Right.
And which is one of those things why I don't know when the next time we'll play Claremore. There's a lot of conversation about what does our pre-district games look like next year, and I think you're going to see some changes. I think you're going to see so.
Yeah, I agree, and I think it should be.
And that young man coming off the field has had himself a night. Tucker Rogers has done a lot of the ball carrying, but he's also playing up on the defensive line, and so his body has to be it's been hit a lot and been fatigued, and get him to the sideline, get him tended to. With 8:35 left to play in the third quarter, Mustangs are 2nd down and 5 coming up. Times have moved the ball. They had the ball more in the first half than the Zebras did. Handoff up the middle. Gonna pick up a couple of yards, put you in a 3rd and manageable situation.
That's number 15. Who is that on?
For the Mustangs, that is Jax Littlepage.
Yeah.
True freshman. Got a lot of younger names on our roster.
Yep. Well, our entire backfield right there is freshmen.
I believe the ball carrier was Littlepage.
And he hit that hole hard. I'm encouraged by that. There we go. There we go.
Around the right side, enough for a first down for the Mustangs. Aiden Gaines gets some positive yards for the evening. We'll take that as well. First down and 10 coming up for this Mustang offense. Tucker Rogers on the sidelines, got his helmet on, wants to go back in. We're going to let him set this drive out.
Yeah, from the way he came off, it looked like he might have had a little bit of a dinger, in his head, and you don't want to mess around with that kind of stuff.
These guys want to play. Man, they want to be on the field. All right, handoff. Page going to carry forward. There's a flag down coming from that far side.
Got a holding. He seemed to point toward the defense. That's kind of an odd call.
It's on the far side. We can't see.
Oh,
yeah, I think it was a face mask.
Yes.
Hey, we'll take it if it moves the chains.
We'll take that.
We're going to take that.
I was watching the head linesman signal, and I just didn't see his other hand there. I saw his one hand kind of pulled down. So.
Mustangs will have first down in Zebra territory at the 44.
And Claremore still has their starters in for the most part.
Pitch to Aiden Gaines on the right side. Made a guy
there
miss.
You
and
go.
A great block. He could go down to the 25-yard line. Man, I thought he had the speed. Number 45 closed that corner. But positive yardage for the Mustangs. First down and 10. I thought he was gone, man. That's why I said he could go. My apologies to get a little ahead of myself, but I thought he was getting into that end zone.
And see, that's what I wish. It seems like that's been there,
Yep. First down and 10, handoff. Little Page forward. Gonna pick up maybe a yard.
No gain on the play.
They'll say no gain.
Making the stop was number 7, Demetrius Cummings.
Our starting line is still in there. Like Lane was saying, though, we don't have a whole lot of, well, I think you mentioned too, we don't have a whole lot of depth there.
Yeah. All right. Second down and 10 coming up. And flags, I'm guessing we jumped.
False start. Yep, false start.
So that's going to back us up. Second down and 15 forthcoming for the Mustangs.
To Markov for 5.
It looks like, Brent, they're running the clock. So I don't know if the coaches both made that.
You know what? If I'm Sam Noble, I'm going to say absolutely, because the longer I'm here, the more risk I run of a player getting hurt that you can't afford to lose.
You don't generally see that until the fourth quarter, so they made that decision.
4 receivers in the set for the Mustangs. Guys moved a little bit early. Pass over the left side. Oh. Aiden Gaines. Incomplete. Going to want to hang on to those. Hayden Lee in coverage for the Zebras. Like the way that ball was thrown. Kind of like from the snap, that's where he was going. He kind of thought he had a mismatch on Aiden, and Aiden was in position to make the play. Third down, 15 coming up for the Mustangs.
There he is.
Your guy, Reed Barron, going to cut upfield. He's going to get a lot of that 15 back. I think he gained about 11, so it's going to bring up a fourth down and manageable. Don't know that the Mustangs will try to put points on the board here. I think they're going to go for it, try to get the first down. Brock Lustig, quarterback for the Mustangs. Little Page, still the running back. Let's see if they can get him to jump off sides. Plenty of time, 13 seconds on the play clock for the Mustang offense.
Now they got their corner slot guy up on Aiden right now. But he beat him.
Pass to the end zone.
Oh, man.
Oh. That was Maddox DeVilbus in the corner. Incomplete. Mustang defense will come out. Had your opportunities tonight, and that was one of them.
You know, Aiden had the guy head up on him, but he beat him off the ball. So, you know, we talked a lot. I think when we were driving over about with it being a young quarterback, how he's probably going to have one throw. You know, going to have one spot to go, and so at the you know exactly where you're going to go with the ball. There's no reading it. You know, and so that was a play. That was the play. It wasn't to Aiden over here.
End around for the Zebras.
Holding.
Yeah, flags everywhere.
Got
That's
two
coming
holding.
back, buddy. You don't even have to run it all the way. Maddox will bring him down.
Good hustle. Yeah, you got 2 holding penalties. And probably the call, the deeper one back
would
on
be
the,
the one
about the
you're gonna
16-yard line.
Absolutely. Yeah, that'll put them back.
It'll be a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot if it's behind the ball, if it was behind the line of scrimmage.
Neely Insurance Financial Services, servicing your financial insurance needs since 1951. RC Bank, personal service, community connection, and trust. RCB Bank, that's my bank. And Armstrong Bank, appreciate all of our local partners for their support.
Yeah, it looks like the call was behind the line of scrimmage, so that means it's a previous spot penalty, as opposed to the one behind the runner.
I know it's first down and a long ways for that Zebra offense.
Looks like about first down 20, didn't it?
Yeah, maybe a 17-ish. The scoreboard is literally out of our view. Like where we're sitting, we cannot see it. So we apologize, folks, that sometimes we're trying to figure out. Knocked out of bounds. He'll get a first down for the Zebras. Just a pitch and catch for Claremore, number 14. Furious Poole was the ball carrier or receiver on the play.
Furious
He
Poole.
played like it too.
Yeah.
He strong-armed a couple of blockers off of him.
Oh, boy.
Around.
We had him in the backfield.
Gain of 7, going to bring up a second down. Actually, they're going to say gain of 6, brings up second down and 4, I believe.
Bring up second down and 5 for the Zebras.
Screen out to the right side.
Wide
A
receiver
hole
screen.
bigger than a. Will be a Zebra first down and 10. Ball in midfield.
They were doing a lot of that last week. They haven't done it much tonight. Kind of haven't needed to, really.
Clock continues to run here in the third.
And blitzed our linebackers. There you go.
Caden Fisher, Reed Barron's the one that disrupted the play. Caden came in and finished it. Big loss for the Zebras. I believe a loss of 10 on the play. So second down and 20 coming up.
It was good. That was good. That was an all-out blitz. The A and B gap, they call them, right on the other side of the center. On each side, they just shot those gaps. When you send more than they can block, it's usually a good sign.
Did it fast, too. Really, the quarterback didn't have any reaction time to go anywhere.
They're letting that go.
Screen play to
center
one.
screen.
He just has an ability to move and make things happen.
It's a good tackle back there by our safety.
Bring up about a third down and 6 situation, I believe. Maybe third and 5.
Like number 88.
Defense at times has been able to hold strong tonight. You know that fatigue is setting in as we're in the closing seconds here of the third quarter. Yeah, I was going to say, what are we doing here? There's a penalty. Holding. This will come back. Mustangs have an opportunity to set them back just a little bit. Oh, false start. Okay.
No, it's an illegal motion.
Illegal shift.
Yeah, illegal shift, illegal motion. They called on number 14. He went around. We're not playing Canadian football.
Ah, gotcha.
You can't. And he started going toward the field. I mean, toward the line of scrimmage.
So for the folks at home, explain the difference between like an illegal shift versus a false start. I guess you're moving towards the play before the play snaps, right?
Yeah.
Shift is a direction you can't go.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Deep ball, right side.
Another really good throw. Looks like Caden Malure was on the coverage back there and just let him get a little bit behind him.
He made contact. He was there, but, man, that was a big target.
Beautiful throw, really.
Yep. And kind of caught him in stride.
They do this funky thing where they line up like this, almost like a swinging gate, the old swinging gate, and then they come back into just a regular field goal formation.
All right, 5 seconds to get the snap off. Ball down. It's on the way. And their kicking game has been good tonight.
Yes. We were watching him during the pregame, and he was hitting pretty solid to about 35 yards.
Appreciate all of our great sponsors of Mustang Athletics. Advanced Homes, Brian Vance and his team, let them build your dreams. Visit their website, advancedhbi.com, kind of see some of the homes that they have. Mid-America Feed, the highest quality livestock feed and service right here at home. You're watching the Texoma Tractor Game of the Week, providing comprehensive facility management services.
A little wrinkle we've seen tonight on offense is Guerin being in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Playing that H-back.
I think some of that is just kind of relying on his athletic ability and kind of seeing what he's able to do.
I like him as a lead blocker.
Too.
I mean, he's done a really good job going in there. He's a big kid, strong kid.
Those plays have been for positive yardage.
Yeah, absolutely.
Little pooch kick. They're going to go to the right side this time. Kate Malure again.
Caught the ball and held on to it. That's all you got to do.
He got popped. I heard it up here in the press box.
Yeah.
He got popped.
But he did his job.
Oologah back, fields a kick. They're going to have him throw 31.
Looks like I'm sorry, Brent. Oh, it looks like we're getting a lot of second and third teamers now coming in for the Zebras.
All right. Back in motion.
Oh.
You can't charge that one to the quarterback. I know it's an INT. I know it goes on his stat sheets. But that ball just bounced up in the air, and that defender just happened to be in the right spot at the right time.
Yeah, that's the danger of those quick passes. If those guys get in the lanes, and there's a tip, you got way too many people in the area. But again, that's one of those situations where Brock has one read. That's it. He's gonna receive the ball and throw it, and I think that's kind of what you have to do with a young player.
Yeah, the game's got to slow down to it.
Sure, and
he's got to get to where he can read 3 reads.
Yes, exactly.
But the only way you do that is you get those varsity snaps with big boys breathing down your neck.
Right. Nothing like experience to teach you how to play. Now that's a backward pass right there.
So they will mark him as a loss for, goodness, about 7 yards, I believe.
Sometimes you'll see that, and the kid will think, well, I didn't catch it, so let's leave the ball there. Well, that's a live ball, whether he caught it or not.
All right, second down, 15 coming up. Oh, ball's on the ground. Quarterback's just going to pick it up and try to run with it.
Good job, Evers over there.
He has had himself a night. He was my who you got, so I'm going to brag on him a little bit. So,
he has really grown in the last year or so.
Going to take a timeout, come back with the fourth quarter of football right after
There's
this.
so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
It took 20 years, and I got my third child, who was 17 at the time.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Welcome back to the fourth quarter. Incomplete pass for the Zebras leaves them with the fourth down situation. Todd, I've been impressed with Mustang defense. I just have.
They've played really well.
I mean, you're sitting there
crazy
going, Kellogg,
thinking
there's 43 points on the board, but a lot of those have been gifts with short fields, and I think they're going to try to put points on the board here with a field goal.
Okay. So it'll be a 46-yarder. Oh, they called timeout. I was looking on our sidelines. They got a couple kids. Looks like they're cramping up a bit. It's it's a really muggy night.
It's a muggy night.
And I thought I saw some of the girls giving them some salt pills. Those old salt pills we used to take.
All right, Tahlequah playing Wagner tonight. 24-20, Tahlequah on top of that one. Pryor hosting Glenpool. Glenpool 0-2 on the season. That one's 57-0. McAllister and Ada, kind of an interesting game. Ada seems to be who we tend to pair up in that playoff bracket. They beat McAllister 23-7. Skytook beating Memorial 28-12 tonight. We're actually on top. The game's not over yet.
Now we got number 12 back there.
The kick six.
Well, yeah. If this ball doesn't go, he can catch it. He got it all, but missed it.
But it's incomplete, but long enough. Then it looked like a good kick.
Yeah. That's a really interesting play, and it's a good play for our guys to recognize that. It's kind of a long field goal. If he can catch that ball, that's the only time you can catch it and bring it out of the end zone is on a field goal.
Verdigris at Catoosa tonight. They're on top 34-12 in the fourth quarter. Cushing and Perkins Tryon are playing in the third quarter. That's a close ball game. 12.
What's the score?
12-17. Cushing's leading that one.
Cushing's up.
Cushing's on top.
Okay.
Yeah. Perkins Tryon plays, I believe, in 3A ball.
That's kind of a backyard brawl kind of thing, isn't it? They're really close together.
Yep. Broken Bow on top of Ida Bell. Interesting game. 21-0 at half. Just not much there on the right side. Grove on top of Jay, 41-0 in the third. We will get the opportunity to play Grove this year. They're actually ranked in the top 10 in 4A. Healdale on top of Fort Gibson. Kind of surprising to me, honestly, because there's been a lot of buzz about Fort Gibson. So 21-10.
21-10. Who's the home team?
Hilldale at Fort Gibson.
Wow,
So,
that's a surprise.
Yeah. Hayden Gaines scurrying forward for a couple.
I just love getting that young man the ball. Man, he's just a big play waiting to happen. And we start playing kids our size, look out.
He's absolutely.
We were talking about some cramping. I'd see Terry Dougherty. I think he's number 50. Is he 65?
Yep,
65 or 69. He's struggling. He was over here on the sidelines. He was one of the ones that I was seeing. He's not walking too great.
Timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. We'll be back with more Mustang football right after this.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
So it's third down and about 8, looks like.
That'll bring up a fourth down for the Mustang offense while we're still checking scores. Jinx on top of Union, 41-3. That's the old backyard bowl here in the Tulsa area. Union 0-2 on the season, going 0-3 tonight, and I just don't know that Union's that good by the guys that live in that world of 6A ball. Just don't know.
When was the last time they started 0-3?
Yeah. Sand Springs ranked 3 in 6A2, and they have played kind of a gauntlet of a schedule. Played Bixby last week. They are at Owasso 21-10 at halftime. So Sand Springs making that a game. Owasso in the lead, however. Stillwater's really good. Man, Stillwater. I think your 6A2 fair catch, 45. I think Stillwater's got a chance. They've got a quarterback that's been recruited by Virginia Tech.
Oh.
I feel like he kind of fits their system. I don't think any of the Oklahoma guys have looked at him.
Is he more of a runner than a thrower?
No, he's a slinger, actually.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He had committed to Oklahoma State to play baseball. He really wants to be a dual sport athlete, but his recruitment is still open, and I think Virginia Tech is kind of the last place that's been talking to him. They've got some guys. They've got a pretty good little running back. Know their broadcast crew well. They all work for me.
Yeah. Got a new quarterback in for the Zebras, number 5. Trying to see this. They gave us such a small, can't really see these words.
Bryson Hall, the receiver on the right side for the Zebras. Running clock with 9:38 left to play.
If you guys could see our roster, you'd know why it's taken us so long to figure out these names.
And Todd and I are not young men.
Golly.
I'm young and I can't even.
Yeah, okay, all right. Thank you, Lane.
Good.
That does help. I appreciate that. I do see some younger Mustangs getting snaps, which I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to find a way for guys to get quality work. And, I mean, scrimmages are great. Practice is good. There's just nothing like the speed of a guy lined up across from you. Don't care if you get hurt or not.
All right, good job.
We'll stack him up. Going to lose about a half yard. It's fourth down.
That was Cade Schick again. Junior.
Spencer Harold will come in for the Mustangs. He's a sophomore, big, tall kid. Couple of 9 linemen running off. Fourth down and a yard to go.
You know, we're talking about our kind of our depth issues. Well, we've got some kids coming up in the 7th, 8th graders.
Yes, they are really excited.
We're going to have some players, I think. It's going to be fun to watch over the next couple of 3 years.
I believe he will get the first down.
Hard run.
Stallion Battalion still playing away. Get the week off next week. And then Miami comes to town for homecoming.
Oh, that could have been a horse collar tackle.
Yep,
and it is. Doggone it.
Yep.
Yep. One hand was good, the other one wasn't.
Flag on the play, 40-yard line.
Yeah.
I believe that was
Personal
Spencer
foul.
Harold. Just brought him down, got pressure on him, but got to be careful with hand placement.
Yeah, so that'll be a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot and an automatic first down. Where they may go half the distance inside the 30. Yeah, they're going to go half the distance.
Claremore with yet another opportunity. They've even stopped the clock, so at times they run it, other times there it goes.
After the penalty has been marked off, Zebras are going to have the ball at the 14-yard line.
You know, that's a tough play. He's just trying to get the guy down, and, you know, sometimes you're just grabbing, trying to get him down, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and you're excited because you've got him for a big loss.
Yeah, yeah.
And don't want him to get away from you. 11 up the middle. Should be a first and goal coming up. Don't take long to get home after nights like tonight. The bus is running. You got film to watch and evaluate, and I really do believe the Mustangs have some great stuff to build on. First half, your defense played really well. They'll hold him short there.
I don't think we've given up. I mean, I think we've been.
Absolutely.
Our effort has been there.
No quit. No quit. That's been really important to this coaching staff. No quit.
Zebras in no hurry here.
Micah Chang, normally an offensive weapon. Actually, they're going to bring him back off. Somebody going to take a timeout.
Yeah, we are, so we didn't get that penalty.
We'll take one as well. Be back with more Mustang football right after this.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
And here we go. How about that, Todd?
Good job. Good job.
Defense still holding, playing tough, and you talked about that no quit in them.
It's number 17, Hunter Scondell, freshman, true freshman. He's played a lot tonight.
Yeah. Older brother was a Mustang.
Did I pronounce that name right? Shondell.
Shondell,
okay.
Yep. Have the opportunity. Pressure coming. Nope, overthrown.
Fourth down.
Fourth down and goal. And how many times tonight has the Mustang defense had their back against a corner and been able to get a stop?
Yep. They're going to
looks like hold them to 3. Yeah, absolutely.
Try and kick it again.
That is something huge that Coach Gilmore can build upon. How many times tonight did Claremore have to kick field goal? Which you got to work on as the big play because that's where Claremore's got you.
Sure. I think this is this the fourth one? I don't know. Johnny may have to help us with that. But you're right, man. They've bowed up, and that shows their their fight. They're keeping after it.
That field goal is good. .540 left to play in the ball game. Appreciate all of our great sponsors and their help of supporting these student athletes. American Bus providing transportation needs from 9 to 90. All Smiles Dental, quality, affordable dental care right here at home.
Is there anything better than a Friday night listening to a band?
No.
Up underneath the lights and you hear the band in the background, you got football on the field. It doesn't get any better than this.
I know I'm not the best in the business, but I'm the most blessed in the business to get to talk about the football team that I love, the school I grew up in, and I get to do it with some incredible people. I absolutely love Friday Night Lights and Oologah football. So I love getting to be around the kids. I really do. I sneak in 1 week a morning into first hour when they're lifting. And I do not lift with them. But enough of them recognize my face and will come by and fist bump. And, a couple of weeks ago, talked to Sam Hogue about his commitment. And Coach Noble, he runs that group. He runs that class. So he and I will sit there. He's watching guys lift, and then we talk football. And I love getting to be a part of the school board. I love getting to know the kids and the families. We've called his name a couple of times tonight. Second time they've kicked to him. Caden Malure, who was able to secure that one.
I bet his eyes got real big when that ball popped out of his hands a little bit.
You have an opportunity to invest in our community. The community of Oologah has always been fantastic at supporting bond issues, and I believe one of our largest in school history. It's a $33 million bond, and every site, every building gets something. One of the things I think we're going to be able to do out of this bond issue is do a combination football-softball facility.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing about that, the softball field the other night.
I can't, because I do a lot of PA for both programs. How many times rain, and it rained at 11 o'clock in the morning and rained an inch. And especially our baseball field, the right field is just a lake, and you can't play. So in the combination of a softball, baseball field, we're looking at going turf, which allows you to play in Oklahoma. And that's one of the pieces I'm really, really excited about. Really excited about a storm shelter room in the middle school. If you're familiar with the campus, pass intended to Gaines on the right side, just kind of underthrew him. The high school / middle school safety room or storm room is right off the cafeteria, and then the other one is in the lower elementary. Well, so you're putting middle school, high school, and upper all in one, or kids are crossing the road out sometimes in the middle of rain. So we're turning the band room and the choir room on the middle school. We're expanding them because we need them. Those programs are very successful.
And have a lot of kids.
And have a lot of that, and turning that into safety space, turning them into tornado rooms.
You'd hope you never have to use it, but that one time you do.
A dear friend of mine, first down for the Mustangs.
Good throw.
Good pitch and catch. Just more of that. Again, short outside, enough for a first down. Is a funeral director. He was a funeral director in Moore, Oklahoma, when that elementary school, his wife was on campus when that happened. And she, to this day, tells the story of being in the restroom with her class, kind of like as that tornado came over the top. Of course, there were tragically teachers and students that were killed in that.
Yes.
And so you're right. And it's a priority. It's a priority for the state of Oklahoma. It's a priority for us as a school district, and so really excited about that piece as well. We live in a world. There he is, Reed Barron. You can hit him. He's going to carry you forward for a yard maybe.
That's his fourth catch, I believe.
Was leading receiver at halftime. We'll see how this fleshes out towards the end of the game with 3:09 left to play. Lane, you might go check and see if you can get some receiver stats for us. today in an open market. I mean, we have open transfer in the state of Oklahoma. Students have a choice, and we want to be that choice.
Absolutely.
We got to work on the snap exchange. I feel like our snaps cost us 14 points tonight.
At least.
And kept us from putting points on the board.
Yeah.
And while we have a bye week, going to get into some of those basic fundamentals, they'll lose, I think, about 3.
So we're only at 3rd and about 14.
All right, big 3rd down for the Mustangs. I'd like to be able to burn this clock out. Quick screen to Aiden Gaines. Get around the end. Going to get some of that yardage back. Going to spin. Carry tacklers.
Good effort.
Great effort. Going to come up about 4th down and 3, I believe, Todd. Would anticipate the Mustangs going for that at midfield. That young man has put the effort in tonight.
Yes, he has.
Got a very generous spot. 4th and 2 coming up.
He's been going both ways all night. I don't think he's come off the field.
I would imagine the rest of the way you're going to see his accumulation of yards and touches go up when you're playing the Miamis and the Cushings and the Priors of the world. There's Rogers, he can get around the left side. He's going to get the 1st down to the 40. Let's get one in the end zone, boys. Down to the 26-yard line, I believe. 27. Oh, excuse me. Yep, 27-yard line.
That's Xander Sparks.
Was that Xander Sparks?
Yeah, number 24.
My apologies
Sophomore.
to Xander.
Sophomore, number 24. He had some speed there.
Yeah, he did. Yep. Xander's got some zip to him.
With a name like Xander Sparks, you should have a little
That's right.
spark,
He's got a little
huh?
spark in his step. With Mama gonna get me for saying that. There he goes again. Around the right side, going to find a hole. Pick up 5 on the carry. Put you in 2nd down and great field position.
Just finished strong. Oh, man. Does he got a cramp happening? He's looking a little cramped up.
Timeout on the field. We'll take it as well. Be back with more Mustang football right after this.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Welcome back to the final 40 seconds. Todd, let's just go for it. Let's just try to get it in the end zone. Get the goose egg off the scoreboard.
They
Back
heard
to
you.
pass. Got his guy.
There it is.
There it is. Touchdown. Mustangs to number 3, Isaiah Contreras.
Hey, man, that was a big league throw right there.
A great throw by Brock. I like it.
I was just thinking, maybe I hope we can finish strong. And that's pretty strong.
You got the goose egg because it's haunted you for 2 weeks now.
Right.
You got the goose egg off, finished the drive with the touchdown, and Brock, be curious to see his numbers. He has thrown the ball pretty well tonight. He's had his mistakes, no doubt about it. Ball down, kick is on the way, and
throw it.
Don't think that panned out the way they wanted.
They were a little rushed. They had plenty of time. Aiden has to run out there. He's our long snapper on the field goals, and he ran out there real quick. I think if we had just slowed down a little bit, he may not have been able to get the kick, but at least he'd have had a better snap.
Gord's frustrated, and of course, he's only a freshman. How many freshman names have we called tonight?
A bunch.
He's just frustrated, the timing on that. But we've had snapping issues.
Yes.
And so we're gonna have to work on that. with 34 seconds left to play here. Lane, any thoughts tonight coming from you? Final thoughts on tonight's ball game?
Well, you asked me to get some receiver stats. Aiden was six completions, 47 yards.
Okay.
And then Reed was four receptions for 45 yards. So.
Good night for Reed.
Yeah.
But congratulations, you Todd, because he's your guy.
Yeah,
so
there you
apparently that's
go.
how this is going to go. If we're having a competition here, Todd's guy wins.
It's not a competition.
It's not a
but
competition.
I win.
We're all Mustang family, but you do win. So, yeah, Blaine, thanks for doing the research on that. Appreciate Johnny Deramo recording our stats.
Johnny is the man.
Todd, any thoughts from you?
I'm just, it's kind of weird to say this, but I'm really 46-6, but I feel like we played with some courage and with some. Our effort I thought was really, really strong. You never sensed that there was a give up, and that's a really, really good sign. You know what that points to? That points to good coaching.
Yeah. Sam Noble's concerned about character.
Yes.
I mean, he just is. And he has said in the last 2 weeks, they really felt good going into the Collinsville game. And Collinsville was just bigger, faster, stronger, I think, than kind of what they thought. But he said, man, our focus, knowing we're playing rosters twice our size that have got some dudes, no quit. So, hey, folks, thanks for joining us on this Friday night road game. We are off next Friday, and then it's homecoming, so we will begin that broadcast at 6 o'clock because we always kind of broadcast the homecoming festivities. And we hope you just come join us in the stands.
Absolutely.
But if you can't, and we certainly understand there's grandparents, aunts and uncles, friends, alumni all across the Fruited Plains of America that join us via the YouTube. So we certainly appreciate you tuning in tonight. On behalf of all of the Mustang broadcast crew, we will see you in 2 weeks. So long, everyone.